Fellas, let's talk facts. Your belt game can make or break your look. You can have the cleanest fit, but if your belt is cracked, stretched, or sagging, you just killed the vibe. And believe me, women notice. First impressions matter. That's why I'm excited to partner with Anson Belt and Buckle. They completely reimagine how belts should work. No more holes. Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system that gives you the perfect fit every single time. Once you try it, you'll never go back to a regular belt. And here's what sets it apart. One box gets you 3 buckles and 3 straps. That's 9 different combos. More versatility, less clutter. You'll look sharp in every situation. Anson is family owned, backed by a lifetime guarantee. And because they're sponsoring this video, you'll get a free bonus buckle and a strap when you click the link below or scan the QR code. Don't wait. Upgrade your belt game today. What's going on, family? How you doing? Welcome to the Wednesday show. Let me go ahead and introduce the crew. We got Willie. Let me get these. Hank, Montz, Miss Pearl, me, myself, PJ. We got Ty from the shot too. She dropped off. She should be pulling up shortly. How y'all doing?
Good.
Let's try this again, man. How are y'all doing?
Wonderful.
It's all good, big brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I thought y'all might have been trying to get ready for the haunted house or something. Like y'all trying to get in y'all positions where y'all go out and say boo. Maybe not. Are y'all doing the haunted houses? Are y'all participating in Halloween? Yeah, I think Miss Pearl now. What about you, Mont?
I ain't gonna have my kids, so they gonna be with their mom. So I get to skip this year.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. What about you, Willie? You into Halloween shenanigans?
Yeah, it's my birthday, so
that's right. It is your birthday.
I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't say like that, man. I say ain't fine enough too. I don't hear too many people birthdays on Halloween, but I think you might be the first.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's definitely something different. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I guess you guys are welcome. I'm happy to be the first person you met with a Halloween birthday.
I know that's right, dog. JR, you gonna do something?
Yeah, I think I try to figure out what's going on. Yeah,
you gonna hit a costume party up? Is that what we doing?
Okay, I'm just looking at this message from Ty. Okay, all right. Ty had to take care of something, so we're going to just go ahead and rock this out. Had an emergency. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle. The link is pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are catching this on the replay, hit the like button and also make sure you subscribe as well. So, Jennifer Lopez is in the news. Here's what's going on with her. During her press run for her new movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman. Y'all heard of that? Kiss, no, y'all not following Lopez like that. Okay. Which is ironically executive produced by her ex, Ben Affleck. J-Lo went on the Howard Stern show and dropped the bomb. When Stern asked her if she ever truly been in love, she said flat out no. But when he asked if she loved someone before, she said yes. So we got a lot going on with Miss Lopez. That one comment sparked a wildfire. Her first ex-husband clapped back online, accusing her of lying, cheating, and playing victim. He basically said, stop using us for sympathy. Us, he's meaning all the men that she's dated. And he also said that she was the problem. Now, people are revisiting her long relationship history from Diddy and Mark Anthony to A-Rod and Ben Affleck and questioning whether J-Lo's endless love story saga is really about bad luck in love or a lack of accountability. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, get you guys' perspectives on it. I'm going to go ahead and open it up with this Howard Stern little situation she had. Here we go.
Think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them.
They
They
have
need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And
people.
they gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
All
a
the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you
they didn't,
and didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And you know, I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all
And
about love.
All right, so that's the story that's trending right now. That's what she said on Howard Stern. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you're hearing that? I'll start with you, Miss Pearl, since you're the lady on the panel of the evening.
When I think about J-Lo, I think that she's like that type of woman that chased the honeymoon phase. And like when it's over and it's time to get serious and really peel back those layers of like the relationship, she run from it and she jump into another relationship and she start over. Like she's always hopping and jumping and hopping and jumping. But if she admitted that she didn't love herself, it's possibly that those men did love her. She just wasn't in the mental capacity or the emotional state herself to be able to recognize it. So I don't necessarily think her going on podcasts, wherever she's going, like shooting shots at them is cool at all. It's one thing to like reflect on yourself, but it's another thing to say that they didn't have the capacity to love you. So you have to keep going through this over and over and over again and see that none of these men are what you wanted. Like, I don't think it's them. I think it's her, and it's been her. I think she allows her beauty and her celebrity life, I guess, to like conflate who she is. And like I say, when she like get in a relationship and she can't hide behind that, she like run from herself and she go to somebody else that's like, ooh, J-Lo. And then it's like when they see her and the mask is removed, she run again. So for me, I think she likes accountability and real introspection.
I know she's a celebrity. Do you see this happen a lot in real time, like in your reality?
I do. I just think because she's a celebrity, her relationships are highlighted a lot of the times, and people might look at those as like ideal situations and think that it's appropriate. But I don't think she necessarily has been through anything that other women who have been through who are not celebrities, just bouncing through relationships and not knowing yourself and taking time in between the relationships to really reflect before you jump into something else.
Okay. Why do you think it's so difficult for a woman, but since we're talking about J-Lo, I know you don't know J-Lo, but why do you think it's so difficult for women to come to grasp if they may potentially be the problem and not acknowledge it?
Because it's the mirror that we don't like to look at times. Again, it's the inflated sense of ego. You think you're all of these things, but when it's revealed that you're not, you don't like it. I think a lot of us have that problem with accountability until you mature and you really learn yourself, you learn your flaws, what's happening with you. Again, most women don't do that. They hide behind, like I say, their beauty. They hide behind sexuality. They hide behind the desires that they feel like the men are looking for. And so they just kind of stay in that bubble. But when it's like really time for us to have intellectual conversations, to be emotionally available, to sustain our relationships, a lot of us don't know how to do that. Real accountability is being able to look at yourself and say, I fucked up and I need to do better. But not just that, like actually being committed to doing better and consistently doing that. When you're with the same person, they can hold you accountable. But when you keep jumping to other people, it's like a blank slate. You get a chance to start over. So like I say, you can keep putting on as many masks as you want to. And I think a lot of people do that. But again, once you really do that introspection and you decide you don't want to keep running from yourself, you don't want to keep having the same dead end type of connections that don't go anywhere. When you decide that that's not what you want and you want something more, you'll figure out why you keep having those relationships, why you keep putting yourself in those situations, why you keep accepting those things, why you don't recognize red flags, not just in other people, but yourself. So again, I come right back to like introspection. You have to be able to sit with yourself. But if you're constantly in relationships with other people and you don't have the isolation, you don't have that time. You're not giving it to yourself. So it's like you're running in circles over and over again. Same shit, different person.
All right. Go to Mott. I know he's a relationship expert, guru, coach, heavy in the YouTube streets, heavy in the podcast scene. Miss J. Lopez. What are your thoughts about what she said on Howard Stern? I mean, just so you know.
Honestly, I don't know enough about J-Lo to really say what her issue is. I haven't really, like, all I know is that she's been married a few times, like what, four times maybe. That's really all I know. Like, I don't know enough about her to know, like, is she full of shit? Like, so I can't really, I don't have enough information to kind of put myself out there and kind of feel confident in saying what her issue is, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, just taking it off of her because I've seen it happen a lot. So I may not know someone, but I think that there are some cues that we can listen to: body language, tone, patterns. There's a lot of information in there that we can kind of gather and kind of come up with some possibilities. But given the situation, she has it may be normal, but again, she's in the spotlight, so maybe it might just seem like it's a lot because she's in the spotlight. But when you hear someone approach things by saying that they're not the problem, how does it make you feel? Like, what do you think? What comes to mind?
Typically, I think people should be accountable, even if they may have not been. I think people should always worry about what you could have did better. That's just how I operate. It's like what I could have did better, even if somebody else is fucked up. Like, oh, you can always do something better. So I think it's very possible, and one of the reasons I feel this way is because I don't think she said anything too damning, right? She said, I don't believe that they could have. What'd she say? She don't believe that they could have loved her, or she don't believe that they had the love to give.
Yeah.
What she said?
Yeah.
She don't believe they had the love to give, because it's very possible that like she may be attracted to men of status who only want her because she J-Lo, or she only attracted to men with money. It's very possible that all the men that she picked are niggas who not really worried about loving her. They probably just niggas who want J-Lo on their arm. It's very possible. So it could be her vetting process. But yeah, no. Typically, it is. Typically, women tend to pick men for the wrong reasons. Pick a man because of what he got or because he's handsome, not really because of his character or what he's willing to do for you. So it's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, when I heard it, man, it was, and that's just only a snippet. I didn't listen to the entire interview, but I think it's safe for me to say that I can always do something better. That's just how I look at life. No matter what I do, I can always do something better. So even if it appears to be good, there could be a better way. Maybe I haven't got discovered yet. Maybe I'm not aware, but I can always do better. And that's what kind of keep me grounded. So when she approaches it and comes on there and says something as bold as she did, it makes me think that she does lack a form of accountability in her relationships. Go ahead.
What about when she said she didn't love herself? Was that like kind of like a step in the right direction?
I had to go back and kind of play that part again. When she said she didn't love herself.
Yeah, she said at the time she didn't love herself.
So was that just the reason as to why she had so many failed relationships?
I don't think she was saying that, but I know I don't remember fully in what context she was saying it in, but she did mention it at the end of that video that we just watched, that she didn't love herself.
It's only 59 seconds. Let me play it again.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them.
They
They need to appreciate the little person inside of
They
them.
have
They
little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And they
people.
gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's a
All the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
Tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you
they didn't,
and didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And you know, I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all
And
about love.
The part that confused me is she said they gave me everything, but I don't. Is she talking about like physical things only? Or she talking about they gave me all of them?
I mean, she could be talking about all of it, and it just wasn't enough. So,
Yeah, so that would, to me, that would give me pause based on what she said. Like they weren't able to love me, but they gave me all of themselves. Then that would seem like you don't even know what you're talking about. So if she's talking about them giving, because she did mention like rings and stuff like that. So if she's talking about physical stuff, that's not, but if they gave you all they had, then I don't know. I would like to hear more from her on that topic. I would have liked to maybe even ask better questions.
okay. We'll go to you, Willie.
What's the question, Big Dog? Do I think that?
Yeah, we're talking about just the reaction to J-Lo.
Oh,
Things
no,
she said on Howard Stern.
I think J-Lo full of shit. She blame everybody but her. She's the common denominator in all of her failed relationships with those men. Some of those men she's went back to. Like she's just the same. It's the same thing. Like with Charlize Theron, all the rest of these old women. Like the older they get, just they become more detached from life, and they get people behind them saying, "Girl, you're not the problem," because they're celebrities. Like she been with all of these niggas, and the end result has been the same. Like they left her. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, I don't fucking respectful or not, but I'm saying like if you've been with 10 niggas and 10 niggas had the same experience with you, bitch, you can't say that you not the problem. Like 10 people are not gonna tell the same story. 10 strangers aren't gonna tell the same story. Like you've been with all of them, and the outcome is it's been what it is. I hate it for Ben Affleck because every time you see a picture of that nigga with her, he looks stressed the fuck out. And she's the reason having him stressed out is why it took The Accountant 2 so long to come out. And that's like one of my favorite movies. So I'm already not fucking with J-Lo because of that. But Mark Anthony, Derek Jeter, him, the producer nigga, even though they say Mark Anthony gay, I don't know. But like all of these powerful men she's had, and she couldn't keep one of them. But maybe she's unlovable. I mean, it's not that she's unlovable, it's that they're not capable. All right.
All right, go ahead, Hank. No, we can't hear you, Hank, just so you know.
But yeah, I think this heifer's just trying to pass the buck. I just don't think she wants to accept she's a walking disaster that needs to get on somebody's goddamn couch and have a good conversation. It is bad, man. I mean, Willie, you left out OP Diddy. He was another victim of J-Lo. So she's.
I just didn't think he was a victim. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Shout out to P. Diddy for not being a victim. She called herself Jenny from around the block. Yeah, she's been around the block all right, a few times. Unfortunately, saying she's felt like she loved somebody, but they just didn't love her back. I'm curious on who she's talking about that she loved, because she sounds like she don't love herself enough to sit her ass down some goddamn word and just chill out. And she act like she can't be by herself. You know what I'm saying? She act like she can't just sit down and just be calm. Just enjoy, life and figure out what she really wants in a relationship. Because she's going from man to man to man. I don't think she really knows what she wants. She's just trying to blame everybody else for not loving her or making her happy or doing this and doing that. And it's really her. Like you said, Willie, she's a common denominator, and she's ruining every relationship she gets involved with. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all about what she's talking about on Howard Stern. So, I guess like mine, I would like to hear some more of the interview, because I'm sure Howard pulled it out of. He's usually pretty good with these interviews, man, getting them answer the questions that any other person that's interviewing wouldn't like the answer, I wouldn't even ask him the question. So he's always going to ask the tough questions. So I don't know you got any more on that interview, JR, or not, but I would be interested. Maybe I need to go to Sirius and see if I can find the interview and check it out.
No, I don't have any. That was just the main clip right there that came about. But so one of the conversations that has been had a lot of times too is that women who are accepted in society because of their beauty, that they have a tendency to have a certain type of character about them. Would you guys like to speak about any of that? About beautiful women and how society looks at them and what it does to them as far as being able to be in a successful relationship.
My bad.
Go ahead. I thought he was saying something to that. Yeah. Anybody want to speak to that?
I think the attention starts to, like I say, inflate their ego, and then they become entitled. I think a lot of them are not self-aware. And then like with that attention, it's like superficial. And then they start to equate the attention with like their self-worth. And then if they're not getting the attention, maybe they don't feel as beautiful. Or like I say, they lack character. And a lot of the times they're beautiful on of course the outside, but they're like ugly on the inside. Like they lack depth. They're not appreciative. They have nasty attitudes. It's not everybody, but most of them who feed into the attention, and they lack self-awareness and don't develop more things about themselves outside of beauty, which fades. So I think it depends on the woman, how she handles herself and how she grows with the beauty and how she handles herself.
I agree. I think you typically, when you're beautiful, you never really have to develop character. Like by nobody. It's not just like the guys your age. Nobody requires you to develop character. Even like the adults, they'll be like, "Why you not married?" As if you deserve to be married because you're pretty. Like, no matter where you go, it's where your ring at. Why you not married? Or somebody need to marry you. Like, that's what they're gonna say. Any guy that's not married and you with a girl who's pretty, I'm like, why you ain't married her yet? Like, god damn, do you know her? Like, you don't know the like, do you know her? Like, maybe she got problems. Maybe I'm trying to get out of this relationship. Like, who knows? But like, people just assume she's pretty, give her everything. So yeah.
Go ahead, Bo. Just thinking about this whole Jennifer Lopez situation as far as her being on Howard Stern and what she had to say.
Jennifer Lopez has been an issue for a very long time. Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston? They run through men like black people run through draws, because they don't be changing their draws like that. But I just can't understand how they get married every 5 minutes and then some kind of way. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I know that there are a lot of men that are probably the problem. But I'm going to say, basically based on how we're socialized, and the entitlement of women who are famous, powerful, with money, they require something very different. You have to be a very different man to survive with them. So that's not saying that there's no problem on the man's fault, but it's also an entitlement issue with them. Because, if I could have anything in the world and myself, I would have some outlandish standards as well, and I would probably be way more problematic than I am right now. But I think that she just has unrealistic views about what a relationship is. And being in the public eye doesn't help either. But from jumping from lap to lap to lap is crazy to me, personally.
Look, shout out to you for admitting you a problem. Shout out to you both for that. That's very honorable of you. But as far as her, yeah, she's a problem, and I guess she thinks just because she looks good or decent or whatever the case may be, that she can just do these things and it's okay, and people are just going to accept it. Unfortunately, a lot of men would. It's just unfortunate that these dudes fall for that banana tailpipe with her. Because to me, once they get to know her, they're gonna realize, man, I made a goddamn mistake. I don't see why Ben Affleck went back to her. They ain't got no kids together. Ain't no reason why they try to rekindle this relationship for that reason. So I mean, what is it? I mean, was he on the drought and he was just hitting bad and ass wasn't coming on the regular? So let me spin the block on this heifer and see what's up. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking about.
Jay, didn't you say he executive produced a movie that she got coming out or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Maybe she. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Maybe she reached out and linked out to him.
So he won't pay her. He just gonna give her some dick and put in the goddamn movie. Is that what it is? God damn.
So her ex responded to that Howard Stern. I'm gonna go ahead and play that.
Who I think it is. After 4 failed marriages, J-Lo said the problem isn't her, it's the men. It's not that she finds herself unlovable, but the men she chose to love her were incapable. But unfortunately for her, her ex-husband, her first husband, is pulling her cord like, I know that ain't who I think it is. But before we get into that, let's take it back. Everything went to shambles after Jennifer Lopez had an interview with Howard Stern. Basically, Howard Stern asked her, after those 4 marriages, what have you learned? What I learned is not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable. They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them. They need to love them. However, before everybody jumps on her, she did take a little bit of accountability. They gave me all of it, every time. All the rings, all the things I could ever want. The house, the rings, the marriage, all of it. Still, it wasn't enough, Howard pointed out. No, men gotta stick up for men. Added, but they didn't love you. Then she added, they didn't. And I didn't love myself. A lot of people believe Jennifer's relationships didn't work out because so many of them were back to back. Jennifer gave herself enough breathing room. So after J-Lo's interview with Howard Stern went viral, everybody dibbling and dab own comment of why X, Y, and Z didn't work out for J-Lo. Her ex-husband, Owani, depending on how you pronunciate, popped in and let her know, baby, this ain't that. Owani is her first husband. They were married from 1997 to 1998. Despite their breakup being years ago, he always pops in every now and again to let her know that, baby, you broke my heart and I'm not gonna let you live it down. Taken to Instagram, he wrote, this is in reference about the recent interview on the Howard Stern show, where my ex-wife, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, said that she never been loved or capable. Stop putting us down. Stop putting me down. Your victim card. The problem, it's not us, not me. The problem, it's you. You the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. You've been loved a few times. You've been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. I was in love with you. I even moved out of state, leaving my job, my family, my friends behind to support you, to love you, to protect you, to care for you. I am an amazing, loving person, great human being, honest, faithful to you, never lied, never misbehaved, never cheated. I'm too good of a man for you. But you chose fame and fortune, moving a part of your relationship. You decided to lie, to cheat on me, and even though I stayed, I tried to keep the marriage going and alive. You even begged me to stay. But because of the time, you didn't want bad press, caring more about you. Then he brought it home, honey. You cared more about your career instead of saving the marriage, and I stayed. Unfortunately, the first domino effect of men that just did not work out.
That's why they say it's always 2 sides to the story, right? All right, so how y'all feeling about the ex clapping back at Jennifer Lopez?
I don't think that's a clapback. If you say something about me and you address it and you in a public setting and I respond, I'm not clapping back. I'm telling my side of the story. And he said it. He said the same thing everybody else has said. She couldn't keep it in her pants. Like, we're hearing it from the horse's mouth. She's the problem. Like, this is why I don't even understand how this is like the fact that I feel like people really don't think that she's the problem, because if they had common fucking sense, obviously she's the issue. 10 niggas saying the same thing about you. 9 of them niggas are telling the truth. And one of them just lying because, you know, he mad. But, like, I'll give you one. But 9 of them niggas is not lying. And that's her first husband. So, like, that nigga got all the receipts. And he said out loud in English, because I know it's not his first language, she couldn't keep it in her pants. You know how loose that thing got to be for a nigga to compare it to a dick? Like, it's saying you can't keep it in your pants as a woman?
Willie.
What? I've never in my life heard of a man saying that or calling a woman a hoe by saying she couldn't keep it in her pants.
This is true.
That's crazy. That's some trans shit. Like, that's what I would think if, like, we were talking about a tranny or something. We're talking about J-Lo. If you'd have asked me 20 years ago when J-Lo was climbing up that ladder in Anaconda, when she really got famous, damn Selena, if you would have told me at that moment that somebody would be referring to this woman as if by saying she can't keep it in her pants, I would have bet you all the money I had access to that you was lying. But now, on this Lord's Day, the 22nd day of October, 2025, we have heard that this man said that she couldn't keep it in her pants. A man she was married to, in the most intimate of relationships with. Like, get your ass off of Howard Stern and saying to take your ass to Ayanna Van Lent. She helped hoes. Like, Howard Stern just exposed him. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, everybody's known Jennifer Lopez has been a problem since she quit acting. Like, why are y'all niggas so surprised? Because it's J-Lo? Because she's still, you know, decent looking? Like, she's washed, bro. She's got money now. Like, she just saying, oh, celebrity hoe with money. I don't think we should give her all this attention.
Really, we ain't gotta send her no J-Lo. We can send her to Mod. Mod put the white flag out for all the hoes, don't you, Mod?
See, this is the thing, right? Mod will listen to a hoe, but he can't save a hoe like J-Lo. She got more money than him, so she's not gonna listen.
Okay.
She got more money than him, and she got more dicks in her phone that got more money than him. So she's not gonna listen to nothing that Mod say.
All right, man.
Like, you know how many rich niggas were still fucking J-Lo, but, you know, date her, you know, be seen with her 2 or 3 times. J-Lo is a Lori Harvey of old hoes. Like, that's what y'all keep forgetting. Like, the difference is she's actually getting married.
Appreciate
like, she's like a 50-year-old Lori Harvey to speak English. I mean, to speak a little Spanish.
Yeah, I tried, Mod. I tried.
Yeah, no, Mott wouldn't even try to save her, bro. Mott know what he doing when he trying to save hoes. He wouldn't try to save that. He let that one just be. He'd admire that hoe from afar.
God damn, Mott. God damn. Well, Mott, don't put the white flag up because you can't save this one. This is not to be saved. Look, she had a lot of dudes, a variety of dudes from all walks of life. Looks like the first husband has really spoke his mind and felt like he was probably the one that she was talking about, the one that I guess that actually loved her. But man, you know, she don't respect you, brother. Look, I just don't think she really needs to be in no type of relationship because she don't sound like she's good for anybody. You know, she sounds like she's a bad person, a person who's not loyal. Like you said, every man has been with accused of cheating or sleeping around or doing what you do. You know, when you get with a dude like P. Diddy, I know you on some left hand freak shit. You know, so I'm not surprised by this activity. So
go ahead, Mom.
Like, what is she trying to emulate? Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because like if you compare their relationship histories, they're very similar.
Well, I think she got about 5 more husbands to go. I think,
but it's like the bouncing boom, 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 boom. Like if you look, so for J-Lo, it's 97 to 98, 99 to 2001, 2001 to 2003. Then in between, it was like 2002 and 4 with Ben Affleck. Then it was 04 to 14. She was married. Then it was like in between that when her and Mark Anthony were in whatever they were going through. She got with Cass, but then that was 2011 to 2016. Then she had a spat with Drake from 2017 to 2021. Then in between, it was Alec Rodriguez from like 2021 to 2019 to 2021. Then it was Ben Affleck again from 2022 to 2023. So like for the past almost 30 years, she's been jumping in relationships. Elizabeth Taylor, it was the same thing from like 1951 to like 86. She was married, but all around like with different men. So I don't know. When I look at her, I'm like, very similar women with the whole bouncing around type of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
So I think Elizabeth Taylor, I think she ended up married like 9 times. Was it 9 times she got married? Something like
married
that.
9, and she of Elizabeth Taylor husbands, all of the niggas was him.
11 different husbands.
Like I like the Elizabeth Taylor comparison, but I feel like her comparison is more like she get married the same way the chicks on Section 8 had kids. Like stair step, back to back. As soon as that thing healed, they wait 3 weeks and they pregnant again. Like that woman has not. That woman has more time on film being single than she does in real life being single. Like, bro, listen. Y'all know I have no sympathy for hoes, right? But I just want to make sure that this correlation sticks. J-Lo is the Lori Harvey of fucking matrimony. Like that's what she's good at. She's good at getting married. She's 2, 3. She's like Elise. Like y'all want to get a big Benz, you don't buy the bitch. You just were saying put the 4,500 down.
Yeah.
Go get that S500 you want. Get a year model, year old model, like a 24. You go get it. You drive it. You say you pay a little extra for the extra mileage you're gonna put on that motherfucker for them 2 years, and then you turn that bitch in and don't pay the balloon payment. That is J-Lo's dating history.
Jesus Christ.
She's been getting leased by niggas. And once niggas find out the maintenance bad, like when y'all get y'all first BMW and you find out the maintenance is terrible, you turn that bitch back in. In her case, she's just being sent back to the streets.
So Willie, let me ask you, did you think she needs to turn her man card in and go get her woman? Is this what we saying? That she needs to go become a bulldagger?
No, women, listen, one thing I'll tell you, bro, there is nothing a woman can do to another woman that'll stress her out the way a nigga can. I hope that she keeps and continues to be stressed out by every man that she gets. I hope that she dates Future and has 2 babies by him. I hope all the stressful shit that a woman can go through with a man happens to J-Lo every day for the rest of her life.
Go ahead, Mont.
You want robots?
That's crazy.
I don't really have anything to add. They kind of, yeah. Wait, what was this last question you just asked?
I just played the video as far as the response from the ex-husband, as far as accusing her of cheating, and she was full of shit, basically.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. So she probably was like really like, and he probably was he a regular guy? Oh yeah, it probably was.
Her first husband was like her background dancer or some shit, wasn't
he? Yeah, she probably these niggas that she dealing with now got money. So he probably felt real like I'd have felt that make you feel real insecure as a man. Like, you just this average nigga. Your wife is like up here and she going dealing with these,
Let me play another clip of this. Somebody else responding to it.
Hello. After 6 engagements and 4 marriages/divorces, now you're going to do something different. You're going to focus on yourself. Dare I say that I think that is precisely what your problem has been. Here's the thing. Marriage is not about focusing on yourself. It's about showing up for the other person as much as you'd like for them to show up for you. You give what you'd like to receive, Jen. And until, if ever, she, and honestly, we as a society realize that, we will keep walking into relationships expecting withdrawals from an account that we never deposit into. But hey, self-care, right? Dive deep, Jen. Hope you have time in that soul schedule for some, healing. Or another engagement, whatever. We'll stay tuned. Keep focusing on yourself, but don't be surprised when the only person left in your next marriage is you.
She's speaking facts.
J-Lo ain't gonna listen to her. She gonna get married 3 or 4 more times before she die, and then stretch 4 or 5 other niggas out. Like J-Lo is never gonna take good advice that makes her look in the mirror. Like, you know what? I'm pretty, but I ain't shit. Other than being, Selena, I'm fucking useless to men. Like I'm not a good partner. I'm not a good person. Being around every man that I'm with leaves me. Like the fucking like y'all gotta pay attention to patterns and let them bitches be what they gonna be. If y'all, so for example, say y'all knew me, I'm a celebrity, and you seen me and I've been with 10 different bitches in the past 10 years, y'all would probably think I had commitment issues. But then I go on an interview, I'm like, well, I don't have commitment issues. They just weren't worth my commitment. Like that wouldn't make sense, right? So how does this like how does what we're talking about right now make any more sense? Because it's J Lo, because it's a woman. Like, oh, she crossed the finish line of marriage 4 times, got engaged 2 more times. Fuck that up somehow. Them niggas probably was smart. And then all of these men are saying she couldn't cheat, like she couldn't keep it in her pants. So, you know, at some point, man, y'all guys, we talk about body counts all the time. Like it's bad when everybody in your body count got an IMDb page. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see them niggas in the grocery store, somebody asks for autographs, like ain't nobody gonna want to deal with that bullshit. She gonna have to like telling you her and Future need to date, like her, Future, and Scottie Pippen's wife. Just need to be like I'm saying 2 old hoes and Future couple, and then let him just do whatever he did to Sierra to them. Like that would be the best outcome for Jennifer Lopez.
No, Willie, man. Look, she needs a goddamn stud, man. And she needs to link up with her. And I think she'll be good. I think that stud will get her in the right frame of mind because they can relate with each other. You know what I'm saying? Neither one are really like men. She shows it by the way she keeps treating these men. So yeah, she needs to get a goddamn stud, man.
I personally believe that J-Lo is one of those pretty girls that opens her legs to anybody who call her pretty. Like it's something about like those kinds of pretty girls that fall for you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. Because everybody went crazy over a J-Lo booty. Like J-Lo was the thing years ago. And I think that she probably fell into that. Oh, you think I'm pretty? And then you got it. Like that's easy access for her. Some pretty girls are like that. That calling them beautiful and calling them pretty is an access card for vagina. But she is one of those women that men be talking about that care more about her career and more about, her success than she does relationships. I'll give y'all that. She is one of those ones. How many are out there? I don't really know. But she's definitely one of them. And I feel like Lily does. I think she's gonna get married several more times before the wrinkles start hitting her too bad. Because their Botox not gonna be able to do it for her too much longer.
Hey, man, I got a question for you.
For sure.
Okay, so maybe this might get you to talk a little bit more. Have we made compatibility an excuse for quitting early, labeling every conflict as a red flag instead of a growth opportunity?
It might be some truth to that. I think both are important, and I think both get looked over. I think women and men look over finding somebody you're compatible with, finding somebody who you agree with. I think people just they link up, they have sex. Next thing you know, they're in a relationship, and it's like y'all don't necessarily see life the same. You might be looking for a leader, and you ain't even think about it. But now you got a nigga who not a leader, or you might be looking for a woman who is submissive. And you ain't think about it. You just was fucking, and now you got a woman who is not submissive at all. So I think that's important, but I also think it's important that people understand that you pick somebody who has a lot of what you want, and the rest of it you work through. It's going to be a lot of turbulence early in a relationship, and you got to work through those moments. And a lot of people don't understand that idea. It's just like business, but a lot of people, quit their business early. But it's going to get turbulent. You're going to get to a point in time where you ain't making no money, and you got to figure out how to get it to the next level. But once you actually go through that, the other side is like, you know, it's greener on the other side, but people don't wait. They don't want to wait, and they don't want to go through that period. So
All right, this question for the panel. If everyone's the main character now, how can relationships survive when nobody wants to be part of a shared story?
Somebody got to take a back seat at some point.
it's gonna be you, Bo? It's gonna be you.
I main character energy all the time. I'm just playing. I'm really not main character energy outside of this. I'm not that person for real. But there needs to be some type of like humility, because though y'all know how I feel about how women should have a voice in their relationships and how women should be revered in their relationships. I think that we are as important a person as the man is in the relationship. But I also do believe that there needs to be some type of humility. Everybody can't be like, everybody's needs can't be met all the time. Everybody can't be in the forefront. Everybody, like both of y'all can't do the same things. It's just that doesn't work in the relationship. Who needs to do what? That's not up to me. But two people can't be the main character in the relationship. It just doesn't work like that. So somebody has to take, like, like we got to do a dance.
What does that mean, Bo? That two people can't be the main character?
So if you have two people that are fighting to be seen, two people that are fighting for the same voice, two people that like, I don't necessarily believe in hierarchies, but I do believe in there's a time and place. Like, I don't believe in the hierarchy as far like as it's been described to me, but I do believe that there's a time and a place for everything. And
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can you give me an example of how somebody would be a main character and how another person in a relationship would be the backup character?
I really don't know, if I'm being honest, because I just have never had to deal with it personally. Like I said, I'm not that person. Like you all think I am, just because of how I present myself here. I'm not that person. I'm an extremely like docile person when I'm in a relationship. So I can't give you that because I've never been that person.
Is the man normally, or at least with you, are they normally the main character if you the docile one?
They have to be.
Okay.
Because I'm just not.
Yeah. Does that mean that they have to be like the extrovert, or is that kind of what you mean?
Not necessarily extrovert, but he definitely has to be dominant. Because if he's not gonna work with me. Like it can't be two docile people. That's just a natural position that I have personally. All women are not like that, but that's just me.
Okay.
No, you know what? Okay. What's the problem?
I didn't say nothing, man. I'm just trying to figure out why mine ain't pressing you on this bullshit you just sit there and say it.
Go ahead, press.
No, Mont should be doing it. He's asking these questions. He should be doing it.
But you obviously think that something is bullshit, so say it.
But me and Mont had this conversation before. So he knows what I'm talking about. He let this bullshit slide on a regular basis.
I just had a couple questions, Bo.
I know you did. Come on, brother. Come on. God damn. She sit there and said, I'm docile, but then she said a man has to be dominant. That both can't exist in the same thing. They can't.
Do you know what docile is?
Well, I do, ma'am. And I don't think that's what you are. I don't think you.
Hank is from the country.
That's not what you get because you are not my man. I don't have to give you that.
No, I know. I understand that, man.
Don't bully him. He's from the country.
What's me being from the country? She's country too. She's from Memphis.
Yeah, but we talking about words, and you don't bully him. Like, help him. Don't just fucking bully him.
I don't need her help. You a docile man. You need her help. That's why you didn't say shit. The only thing you did, Mont, was grab ankles and let it happen. That's a goddamn shame.
There's 4 people on this panel that know what docile means. There's one that don't.
Okay. Well, tell me then, Mont. Tell me what docile means. I'm willing to learn, brother.
You want to learn what docile means?
Go ahead and tell me.
Docile.
Are you a Bo? One of you two can tell me.
I'll tell you. So docile is quite the opposite of what she said she wanted. She said she wanted a dominant man. She said she's a docile woman. So it means that she prefers to be the second, she prefers to be submissive. She prefers to not speak up. She want a man that's going to speak up for her. Like, hey, this meal is wrong. Like, come and fix this. That's what she said she wants. So
no, too far.
I was giving him an example of a docile person versus.
I didn't say doormat. I said docile. Different.
They're very similar.
Oh, boy.
The definition of docile means quiet, gentle, and easily controlled or taught. So that's the definition of the word.
She want a man to control her.
And so no, she doesn't. See, that's why I sit there and say it's just the opposite. What she's talking, she's full of it. But you believe everything these women say.
Okay,
you accept them.
Let me ask you a question then.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am.
Do you think that I owe the world or any man that part of me? Do you think that any man should get that part of me?
No, I don't believe a man will ever get that part of you. I agree with what that statement you just made. I don't believe no man will get that part of you, man.
That's unfortunate. But that's not for the world to see. I am not going to give every man this gentle side of me because every man does not deserve it. The way y'all talk to women, bro, I match energy. So if you give it to me, because you have to do it first, I don't. If you pay attention to who I am and how I present myself here, it's always extremely respectful at the onset. Because as soon as you come at me, you all never hear me say anything off to anyone first. It's always what they say to me. What you pay attention to is the response, because you don't think that what someone said to me is ridiculous. So if you disrespect me first, that's when I disrespect. And that is when I turn up. Otherwise, I'm extremely, extremely respectful.
So
I do not. I'll turn up first.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
I'm
interrupt
done.
you. Okay. So to call yourself a docile woman is totally untrue.
I said outside of here. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not that here. No, I'm not. Because why? I'm like that in my relationships. I'm not like that here. No.
And you also said, how I feel about men. Yes, we've experienced it. We've seen it. We was victims of it. Yes, ma'am. we know. So what makes you think anything you sit there and make that statement and say it was factual? Now, Mont may believe it. Mont's willing to drink your goddamn bath water through a goddamn straw. He'll believe that bullshit. I'm not. I don't believe a goddamn word you said that statement you just made. Talk about a docile woman outside of here. No, ma'am. I believe what you are, what you're showing us is what you are. I believe that.
I'm okay with it.
I think the problem is y'all actually you actually believing the woman that you see. Like,
here we go.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, y'all look at Bo and y'all see like, oh, she's clapping back at niggas, and y'all think, oh, that's a man. I don't see that shit. That shit. I don't. Yeah, like I don't look at Bo as like a woman that wouldn't melt if she's a woman. At the end of the day, she not no. To me, at least when I see her, I don't see no woman that will be fighting with me over that. She ain't gonna fight with me. She gonna be just like she gonna be doing what I tell her to do. I don't see what y'all see.
But I mean, listen, it's honestly not for other people to get, because the only person that gets that side of me, the softer side of me, is someone that I'm romantically involved with, or my friends.
That dog.
I don't show my soft side to everybody because you all do not.
That dog's the only person who gets that. Shout out to your dog. Shout out to your dog.
People out in the world take advantage of softer people. They take their kindness for a weakness. That's what's happened to me in the past, and that is why you see the person that you see here. So you can't say who I am outside of here because you don't know. So I am okay with you thinking what you think. I'm okay with that. Because you wouldn't know, because you've never seen anything different. So I understand how you can have that perspective. I'm okay with it.
This is my question, right? When have you seen Bo be mask? Like, because right now, like, y'all having a conversation, y'all going, back and forth. She's being feminine right now. This is normally how she addresses people when they got conflict. Like, what's the other side that y'all talk? I understand like some of her beliefs. I don't agree with her on a lot of things, but where's the like masculine, like, the rah-rah stuff that y'all talking about?
Answer me this. When have I ever acted like Ray or Ali?
God damn. Now you're going to throw them under the bus. God damn.
Or Lady O. When have I ever acted like either one of those? When have you ever seen me do that?
Ma'am, I watched you give me. I watched you. No, I was going to answer.
Oh, go ahead.
Would you like me to answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched you give me the finger, the middle finger, when a super chat was read. Right? What's the? Did you not? Did you say "F you, Hink"? Did you not do that?
Mm-hmm. Did we have a conversation about why?
Ma'am, you said you didn't do it. That's what you said. You said you didn't do that. I didn't act like Lady O or Ali or Ray or I think you named one other person, didn't you? You named another woman. I don't know who that was.
But I just want to point. I wanted to point out: was it prompted or unprompted?
Ma'am.
Now, did I have it wrong? Yes. And we went through all of that, and I apologize. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to take that. When have you ever seen them apologize? Listen, I rest my case.
Shit. I've seen them apologize. Well, I haven't seen them apologize. So, look, I'm going to give you your props. Did you apologize? Yes, man, you did. I give you a credit for that. But doesn't mean you're not that far off from them. At least what I experienced. Now, I don't know what mine experienced with you. I haven't seen every show that might been on with you. I don't know. I know what I experienced. I know what I was a victim of. I do know that.
I don't know. I think Hank, when Hank experienced something, like, because every time he's going to tell me something that I said that I didn't say. So he be experiencing something that's not happening. It's like kind of like what he experienced is not necessarily always reality. So I don't know.
God damn. I know that's right.
All right, let me get to this. One super chat came through. Marcus Evans with the $5 says, "Thank you, Brother Hink, for calling out the nonsense, OG. You should already know how this is, bro." I want to thank you for that. Let's go ahead and get into this. Kevin McCall, but let me move some things around. Are you guys familiar with Kevin McCall?
Yeah, Kevin McCall. Yeah.
McCall?
No.
You don't know who he is?
I don't.
He's been in the music industry for a while. I had a little brief summary. Let me pull it up. As I can find it. 1 second. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Kevin McCall, he is an American singer, rapper, and producer who first gained attention in the early 2010s through his collaborations with Chris Brown, including his hit single Deuces. Born and raised in Los Angeles, McCall started out in church choir and even played college football before turning to music full-time. While he showed real promise as a songwriter and performer, his career became overshadowed by public controversies, including a volatile split and legal battles with his ex, model Eva, Marcella, over their daughter. In recent years, McCall's focus has shifted from the charts to more personal struggles, opening up publicly about his pain, mental health, and feelings of being overlooked by the industry, which is exactly what came through when he broke down crying on a recent podcast. So if you haven't seen it already, I'm going to play this video where he breaks down crying. There we go.
So I had all this back pay. Then I sold my catalog for $500,000. I only got $250,000 out of it. I bought my mama a house for $50,000, and then I had to pay all this child support. Why was my child support $2,000? I'm not Future or none of these like. So then I got the rears, not retrograde. That's the little star
But
shit.
Even if you still had your child in California, am I correct?
Yeah, I gotta prove all of that. They wasn't supposed to. I didn't have nothing on Marley. Marley, I gotta go and file a paternity, a petition for paternity. It's only $300, but watch this. I think it's a game, bro. No, this for when I poke. Don't walk up on me playing. Or you Team Breezy, keep that on the internet. Oh, stop. My bad. I went too far. All right, music.
Despite your flaws as a human being, you are one of the most talented individuals to ever grace the music industry.
We gonna get to that.
So
we gonna get to that.
Veer.
I love how you try
that.
I love how you. Yeah, we gonna veer to that. But we gonna
Why
get
the
to
You have a testimony.
Why
and
the
tell your life.
get in on it?
I witnessed it.
He finna be in here and
Why
tell
the
us
fuck
what's
got
going
an
on.
EBT card?
We
And
gotta-
this is at
hold on,
Breezy Bro
cuz.
and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro?
This
I
is
just want to
great
leave,
content
bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm
right
not
now.
even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a bro. That ain't fair, man.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
hey,
That's why.
hey. Look, bro.
Calm down, bro.
I'm on EBT, Smack. Look. Say my name, bro. That shit is better. I had to go up in that by my face with a mask, like COVID, bro.
Don't act like every had no motherfucking EBT card.
On the set, I think I had an EBT card.
Man, I might get an EBT. I walk in the building, y'all look at me crazy.
Let me tell you this, cuz.
my name.
Me and
Look at
Heather,
me crazy.
look. Me and Heather went to the county building together. On my mama, together. We went to the county building together, bro.
Oh, God.
We go, everybody fight out of this.
I hide in there, bro.
I need you to think
On
about
the
it.
set, everybody gonna go through problems, bro.
Hey, bro. Do you remember what Nip said to you? You don't remember that day we went in there? You don't even remember, huh?
I was high as I was going through it, bro. I wanted to kill myself.
That spoke life into you, bro. That was my first introduction to him. And like humbly, I had to let him know, like, bro, you one of the realest niggas ever met. Like we gangsters, so like when you in that world, like you know the world.
Kevin McCall. So he broke down crying. How y'all feeling about that?
I
Bet you wish you had burnt them bridges now. Nigga hungry. DoorDash can't drive across a burnt bridge. You can't walk back across that motherfucker either.
Yeah, but it's not Chris Brown's fault that you on EBT. Like, you mismanaged your money, and maybe your networking within the industry wasn't as lucrative as you thought it was going to be. I don't understand, because him and Chris Brown, I don't even think they've been linked up like for a while.
Over 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like Deuces was a minute ago, so he's had plenty of opportunities to link up with other people outside of Chris Brown. Hell, if it's been 10 years, you could have sued for whatever you got or whatever you felt like you were supposed to get and possibly got that. But to be on there crying that you on EBT and it's because of Chris Brown and you got some sort of vendetta or issues with him, it's like, when that ship sails, you have to do something else. And if you're as talented as you believe you are, then you would have made something else outside of that to still hold on to that. I don't think that's what's up. Like, okay, you on EBT. You're not the first and the last person that's getting government assistance. You got to step your game up. I'm on that. I don't know. I'm a little lost about that. Again, I don't think it's Chris Brown's fault that he mismanaged his money. And like I say, if you as bomb as you are, why you ain't link up with other people and find a way to get more money and produce other songs for other artists? I don't know if he was blackballed or anything like that, but if he wasn't, then the door's been open. What's the problem? Not a hustler. I'm trying to figure it out.
So would you say he had the victim mentality?
Definitely got the victim mentality. He on that crying and saying it's Chris Brown's fault. Like, Chris Brown didn't spend none of the money in your bank account. He didn't sleep with Eva, like, which goes back to what we were saying. Like, you saw her and didn't vet her. You just felt like she was bad. She was one of the America's Next Top Models, and you knocked her up, right? And then she sued you for the child support. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, your circumstances are not because of Chris Brown. It's because you made the wrong choices with your money and the exposure to celebrity life. So those are your own consequences in your bed that you got to lay in. He ain't supposed to come lay in that motherfucker and make it more comfortable for you. He can make $100 million gazillion dollars. He don't owe you one dime of that shit. Unless he rightfully does, then like I say, he would have went through the legal parameters. But to be crying about that shit after 10 years, let me know that's victim mentality.
This is my last question for you. And I asked both too. How do you guys feel about a man crying? I mean, outside of death.
I welcome it. I feel like you have to be emotionally balanced. I don't like men who be like, oh, don't cry. I'll run away from feelings. You're not a robot. I need you emotionally aware, intelligent, and capable of expressing yourself. I don't want anybody that is running away from their emotions that we naturally have, men and women. I don't want a man like that. No, not at all. You ain't got to cry about everything. You got a paper cut, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, you have to be able to express your emotions. You have to be able to handle those. If not,
Hey, real quick, are you getting ready to go to Disneyland?
Shut your ass over
I am Disneyland. Don't play with me.
Well, I seen that straw. I'm talking about this
Shut
boat.
up. Yeah, you understand. Okay.
Talking about the boat today.
Yeah, I'm Minnie Mouse.
So I feel like it's unhealthy for people in general not to cry. Now, do I want to cry baby? No. Because I'm the only one in the house that's going to be crying over absolutely everything. But I do feel like a man should be allowed to cry when you get frustrated. Like, anybody who gets like overly frustrated and you can't do anything about it, sometimes it make you shed a tear too. Like, so I don't see a problem with it. I don't see it as weakness at all. I just see it as a human emotion. I'm not, and I don't see it as, I don't see it as strength either necessarily. I just see it as a regular human emotion.
That's the gentleman. How you guys feel about crying? Are you crying? Or have you ever cried in your relationship outside of death?
Hell no. I would cry because I was mad about something I couldn't do something, like something I wanted to do. Like, you know, the story we was talking about the midget. When I left that situation, like when I was being taken away from situation, I was crying because I was mad and I couldn't do shit. But I ain't never cried behind like oh, my girlfriend made me mad. I've never had that happen to me yet. Thank God. But I'm cool if my partners cry about some shit they going through. It's just like, you can't cry for too long. Like, we're not finna be over here snotting and shit. Like, you know, you can talk to me about the problem. We can come up with a solution, but I'm cool with that shit. But just dry ass crying because you like don't get your way or you emotional or you know, whatever. That's I'm fuck that. I don't like watching that second Top Gun movie because you're saying that shit get me. Being a Navy guy, it's a couple military movies that when I watch, I'm like, no, I can't. Why am I watching this on the plane? I gotta be tough in front of these people. Like, people are gonna look at me like I don't want nobody reaching over handing me no fucking Delta napkins, them little stiff ass napkins you can't wipe shit but your ass with. Like, so I get it, but we just not finna sit here and just be, you know, boo hoo hoo crying. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, the little dog and old Yeller died. Fuck that.
But just so you know, Willie, the internet is a safe space, so feel free, brother, to.
It is not a safe. Why, bro? The internet's not a safe space because I'm on it. One and two. This panel is on it. The internet is not a safe space. Like, ain't no parental controls for this shit. Like, this is not. You come on this motherfucker think it's a safe space as you want to. You see how it happen. Look at Buddy from last night. Thought it was a safe space to have a conversation about boxing and shit, and he came over here and got his earless ass destroyed.
God damn.
Go ahead and have a good cry, Willie. It's okay.
No, I don't good on the crying part. Like next time I cry, will be when somebody die.
This is diabolical.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
cried when my granddaddy died.
I came here. I do not want it.
I'm not an ugly crier, but I got some big ass tears. Like they make my head, my fucking suit shirt wet. Like it was like I was outside in the rain. So I don't want to cry. Then I'm gonna dehydrate myself. Got to drink water, and water is nice because fish fuck in it. I'm cool. Like I'm good. I'm good on all of that.
He said because fish fuck in it. God damn.
And all my life, I've never thought that. Yeah, I've never
Why the fuck you think the ocean is salty?
Why?
Have you ever seen a whale bust a nut?
No.
It's a lot.
They haven't seen you.
It's a school bus of dick ejaculating the right size sperm. Like, listen, just y'all keep drinking that tap water shit if y'all want to. I need mine 3 times distilled and filtered. I can't just.
So Bo, you made the statement. You don't like a I guess what you said, a crybaby. Is that what you call it? You said. So what would you consider a crybaby? I'm curious on that one.
Edmund on Love Is Blind. That man just cried way too much. He cried over everything.
I don't think he watched Love Is Blind. You gotta get
well, sorry. Just somebody. I don't like even my
What
friend.
is Love Is Blind? What is that?
It's a reality show on Netflix. Sorry.
Oh,
but
no.
Just people who cry over everything, and this is not just men. This is women included. I just don't like people who cry over any and everything. So, because I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm gonna pat you on your back and be like, "You all right?" Because I'm the type of person I don't know what to say when you start crying anyway. So it's gonna stress me out. So please don't cry over any and everything. Just people in general.
So what if that man lost his one of his parents and certain part of the seasons just make him emotional? You know what I'm saying?
That's understandable. Like that's not what I mean. I understand things like that. Yeah.
So what if he's crying once a month?
I'm okay with that. There is a reason for that. I'm talking about when there's absolutely no reason to cry. You listen. You know how a woman gets when you hurt her feelings over absolutely nothing and she just starts crying. Is that not annoying? That's what I mean.
Bo, I think you should give me some clarity here. So you said that you don't want to cry baby, right? So if a man's mom died, and let's say he cried every day about it, is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay,
He
maybe
cry every day.
I don't think so.
You know that's not normal, right?
Mother, absolutely.
You know that's not normal, right?
I'm not
That
talking about frequency. I'm talking about what they're crying over.
Yeah,
maybe
but
it's like
I'm saying-
whininess. She doesn't like a whiner.
No, I'm saying if that man cries every day about his mom that passed, and he don't miss a day crying, that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm letting you know that man is a crybaby because most men whose mothers pass do not cry every day.
I don't know what to tell you because it depends on the relationship between that man and his mother. Do you know how huge of a loss that is? That's the biggest loss of your life besides your kids. So I just have to understand that. Now, is it gonna go on for years? Well, now we have to talk about that. We have to get you some help at this point. But
So
I'm not.
He got limits. He got limits then.
I'm saying I have limits before I'm going to see what's going on and what kind of help I can get you. But I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to leave you for it. Like it's not bad to me. But I will help you get, like you have to help people get over stuff like that. There's obviously something wrong. That's what I mean. Like I'm not gonna say that a man is weak or he shouldn't be crying or nothing like that. Like, but if it goes on for a long time, we're gonna have to talk about this, and we're gonna have to talk to somebody else about this. But if you stub your toe and start crying, listen, come on now. If I say hey and it's at the wrong time of the day and you start crying, that's a little much.
Oh my God!
I don't necessarily fully believe you, but also I think that you think that you're being honest. But I'm hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
I think that you feel like you're being honest, but also this is kind of one of those things where like men, when men tell other men like, "Yo, don't do this in front of women," or "Don't really," I believe that for the most part, and I think that you're okay with a man crying every once in a while about something that's serious. I don't think if a man was crying every day, even if his mom passed, he was crying every day. I truly don't think that you would necessarily look at him the same because that's not normal to cry every day. Most men understand that you have to move on with your life. You have to continue to be a man. And eventually you will cry every once in a while. It's going to happen. Most men tend to want to do that alone because it's private for us. However, I don't think that you would look at him the same. I don't think most women would look at him the same if he was crying that frequent because most women don't cry every day about that shit. I got a homie whose son just passed, right? From cancer. I teared up when I found out his son passed, right? I call him like, "Yo, bro, are you good?" He like, "Yeah, man, I'm good." Like, he just not gonna cry every day. He's gonna move. What you say?
That Boost mobile service and got you. You kind of froze a little bit.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, I know he's gonna cry. But men understand that we gotta keep the show don't stop. We gotta keep moving. So
I understand that. But what I'm saying is I would not leave you for that reason. I would get you help. Like, why?
You gonna walk me into the office like, "My man keeps crying. He's crying every day." Like,
what happened?
He keeps crying every day.
Your service nervous.
Yeah, I think his service is crying right now. I think
your service is definitely crying right now.
Yeah,
I'm about to switch my.
That's all right though.
That crying shit for prolonged periods of time, I'm not dealing with that shit either. Even with my kids, y'all got about 30 seconds. Then you gotta go figure some other shit out. I dated a girl and her dog died, and like she adopted the dog with cancer and was spending all this money to save the dog's life. So then when he died, like she cried for like 3 weeks straight, and I thought that she was the stupidest person in the world because you adopted a fucking dog with cancer. They told you the dog wasn't gonna make it. And then when someone tell you the ending of a story, you still act like you surprised. Like he couldn't see, he wasn't eating, like he was shit laying on all fours. Like, what did you? And she was so toe up, like that shit became annoying to me. Like, hey, you want to get something to eat? No, I don't feel good. I just want to stay on the couch and watch a movie. Like, the dog is dead. I had to bury that fucking dog. Like, I had to dig a dog ditch to bury the dog in. Like, I'm anti-crying for women and men. If you guys haven't noticed, if I see a woman crying, it's not mine. I'm gonna cross the street, so y'all won't think nothing is like. No, listen, bro, don't do that. This is why.
So you're not gonna tell me it's gonna be all right?
No, because I don't know if it is gonna be all right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, because then too, if I go try to ask you for help, right, and then other people see you crying, they're gonna see a big black man and a woman that's crying. I'm automatically the fucking bad guy, especially if it's a white woman. So again, if I see a white woman or any of y'all crying for that matter, I cross the fucking street.
Damn,
like I know, like you're saying, perception is everything. I get that, right? I get.
So
it.
will it? Nobody can get no empathy, huh?
I'm not trying to be funny, but you do realize I'm probably the only black man on earth that has no attraction to the less melanated persuasions of women.
So you don't like the titty pinks?
No, I'm cool. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm cool. So you know what's crazy though? It's people that like will be emailing JR complaining about like really being mean to me in the chat, but then every time they come in the chat, they find a way to hop on my dick and start, saying, tagging me for shit. Like, hop off my dick, go eat one, and shut your bitch ass up. Like, I never understand how you always get in these chats and throw rocks and hide your hands.
Hold on. Somebody in the chat, Willie?
And then you just told somebody you was on Section 8 before, girl. Listen, this is not the conversation to have. You need to focus on
Can I respond? Willie, let me respond, brother, before it's about to go all the way left.
Go ahead, Chip.
But as far as the video that JR played, man, look, he sounded like he made a lot of bad decisions. I don't know why you give your mother $50,000 for a house. That makes no sense. Why are you doing that, dog? You know, why are you doing this? You shouldn't have gave your mother a goddamn dime. She's not entitled to that. You don't owe her that. You don't, especially when your finances ain't all the way where you think they should be. You can't really afford to buy your mother a house. Now, what you probably should have did, got your mother a room in your house, and we would have lived together and been in harmony. That's probably what he should have got, because he know he couldn't afford to buy his mother no house. He know his mother can't afford to pay the tax on that goddamn stuff. He know his mother probably more than likely ain't got a job. If she is, she's probably collecting a goddamn social security check that ain't gonna cover that goddamn house. So that was a bad mistake on his part of spending that money on a house. Then you sold your rights to your album, your portfolio. Yeah, that made no sense. Why do that, dog? So now you're crying and pouting and complaining about being on EBT, dog. Yeah, income based. That's what it is. Getting food stamps income based. And if you ain't making no goddamn income, hey, you entitled to file for some type of government assistance. That's what you did. So why don't you go and get some Section 8? I got a house in my area. If you want to rent it, that's on Section 8. I do, because I'm about to put this motherfucking heifer out if she don't pay my rent by the 5th. I'm just saying, she gonna be out, and I'm gonna have a home available for you, dog. Now, I'm gonna have some rules and regulations that you're gonna have to follow, or else I'm gonna kick your stanky ass out. But as far as this situation, man, look, he needs to get back in the studio. They bragging and boast about how good he is, a great performer, a great singer, and an artist. Then get back in the studio and start grinding, dog. Stop going on these goddamn podcasts telling all your goddamn business. Get back in the studio and do what you got to do. Stop blaming Chris Brown for your lack of money or lack of opportunities. Stop doing that, man. Be a man and do what you got to do.
Nobody's willing to work with him though because of what happened with that. Like, you got to think about it.
What do you mean?
Thing. You can't, when you shoot you better not miss.
Wait, what happened?
Everybody is I'm not trying to be funny, but like, who would want to work with Kevin McCall compared to working with Chris Brown? No fucking body. So nobody, you can't fuck with both of them. Like, a lot of those artist niggas are like real cliquish. So like, if you fuck with a nigga they don't like, they not fucking with you. So everybody loves Chris Brown. He went at, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is post beating around the ass Chris Brown. Like, the recovery has been done. Everybody loves him again. So Kevin McCall stuck out, but he got to go fuck with Taylor Swift or somebody.
I'm gonna say this. He might have hope, and the only reason why I say this is because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Young Berg from Chicago. And now he's hitmaker right now.
He rebranded like a motherfucker.
I know, and I'm just saying, like, if he can do that, there should be no excuse. I mean,
I don't know, bro.
You don't think so?
I think Young Berg is if they were both equal, right? As skill set, like their skill level were the same. I think that Young Berg will be LeBron. He'll be what's that nigga that flamed out because Michael Jordan was on his ass?
Scottie Pippen?
No, not Scottie Pippen. The young nigga that he was saying that Michael Jordan stressed out so bad, like he ended up becoming a bust.
Wait, you said stretched out?
Stressed.
Oh, okay.
Stressed, bro. Not pause. No pause. But like Young Berg is great at doing what he does. Like, great at doing what he does. Kevin McCall was, great with that one song. I mean, Young Berg got what he said, like 18 billion streams.
I mean, he still did. I ain't never seen a rebrand like that. Let me play this.
There you go, Kwame Brown. That's who we was. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, JR, I ain't get to go on this topic. I didn't get to speak.
Go ahead.
I seen a lot of people are kind of like attacking him in the comments and all that. I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm not looking down on him from the video, even though I'm not going to advise him to go and cry and all that type of stuff. But like that's the spirit of like desperateness or whatever it's called. When you feeling desperate and you feeling like you're back against the wall, sometimes you don't think right, and sometimes you make decisions like selling your publishing, or things like that. A lot of people have made poor mistakes in their life, and we don't know. This might not be the end for him. He might turn his life around, and this might just be a moment where, a moment in his life where he was at rock bottom. But I'm not going to criticize him and everything that for crying or whatever. It was a vulnerable moment for him. But if he do things the right way, he can change his story around. Yeah, I don't agree with everybody. Kind of like, of course he know that he been doing dumb shit. He been making dumb decisions. I see a man who just doesn't have answers. I see somebody who need mentorship. I see somebody who, like he told a story about Tyrese on that same podcast. And I think he need older men around him. He need mature men around him to just kind of talk to him, tell him how shit's supposed to work. Like, you're not supposed to be giving nothing. These are the things that he needs to hear, but I don't think that's kind of who he's been around. So I kind of just see somebody who needs help. I see somebody who needs a better, I don't want to say circle, but like a better network to just people to kind of like just talk to, just kind of see how other people moving. Because he still can do something. He don't got to necessarily be working with people, up in but he can write songs. He can produce. I think he can produce, right? He a producer? I don't know. I think he can do all that type of stuff. So I don't think this is the end for him. I hope he get it together, and I hope he get some good people in his corner and just start listening.
Bro, he just told Bryson Tiller, like I told you, bro, them light skinned niggas got the best boy butt. Like, you can't. He's fucking with people. I don't feel bad for that nigga.
What
is he on? Is he on drugs?
Listen, the nigga, he's just one of them type of niggas, bro. Like, any type of attention is better. Like, him and Bryson Tiller beefing. Chris Brown just said, "Hey, I'm not arguing broken niggas no more." But it's like, you see how he moving. It's impossible for me to have empathy for him, because seeing like how he treats, he treats people. Like, you can't feel bad for that. You can't. I just don't have it in me personally to feel bad for somebody. Like, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, I didn't see all the other stuff. So
let me play this clip right quick.
Brown has seemingly responded after Kevin McCall revealed he's on EBT and called out Chris for making millions on his Breezy Bowl tour. On Monday, October 20th, Kevin McCall, who co-wrote and appeared on Chris Brown's 2010 hit Deuces, broke down in tears on the Back on Fig podcast after revealing he's been on government assistance through the EBT program.
Why the fuck I got an EBT card? And this is at Breezy Bowl and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Matt. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro. That's ain't fair. Hey, I'm on EBT, bro. Hey, that's wild.
Now the clip spread fast, even catching Young Thug's attention, who said he'd send McCall $25,000 and added that he knows Chris would help too. Not long after, Chris appeared to respond on his Instagram story. Remember this: you can't walk across a burnt bridge. And you know what's funnier than a troll? A broke one. Now, the tension between the two actually goes back over 10 years. While it's unclear what started their fallout, they've exchanged words online multiple times through tweets and videos. So what's your take on all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
What's going on in the chat?
Yeah, this is bad, man. It's real bad. I don't know the type of people he's hanging around. I don't think he's looking for no mentorship, Mont, as you was talking about. He just needs some more elders around him. I don't think he's looking for that right now. I think he's looking for sympathy. He's looking for sympathy from the wrong people, though. Maybe he should get some old mentors or some older heads to get around, but I don't know if he's ready for that just yet. I don't think he hit rock bottom just yet. Just because he was bragging about or talking about getting an EBT card, I don't think he hit rock bottom yet. Because right now he's biting the hands that feed him. You know what I'm saying? You taking shots at the man that helped you get damn near get on, but you taking shots at him. That's the wrong thing to do.
Bruh, he done lost access to his daughters. Because you were saying they made him go to a family hearing court in his jail clothes. Like, it's a lot.
What was in jail?
Rock bottom. If this ain't rock bottom, this rock fucking middle. or close, or almost bottom, because goddamn, he going through it.
Oh well, see, you know more than I do about the situation. I'm just going by what I've seen so far, but I got what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I watched the interview. I was like, God damn. And he was complaining
Yeah,
about
I
paying
haven't
child support. That made me feel a little better.
I
But
haven't
outside of
seen
that,
that,
like,
so I'm
nah,
not
bro.
here.
I don't
Yeah,
wish any man to lose custody or rights to his kids.
Mm.
Don't wish that on nobody. But if we saying this nigga ain't at rock bottom, that motherfucker is imminent because he's not far from it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the situation, and I didn't actually watch this whole interview. But I don't think that he's gonna, like, for example, like I saw that this in this podcast. I wish he was talking to maybe, some other guys besides the people who he happened to be on the podcast with. I wish
Yeah.
I wish there was somebody there to tell him like, yo, nothing is given to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can empathize with you, but you shouldn't want sympathy. You're never a victim. You should never want to be a victim. You should never feel comfortable being a victim. These are the type of things that I think you need to hear. A lot of men don't understand how powerful they are until they can hear it, or if they see somebody else who like, yo, you doing this and you got all of this going on. It's like, yeah, like a lot of
but
men don't. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. My bad.
Yeah, I just I think that it will help him, and he may not seek it out because he may not know what to look for, but I hope he find it though. I hope it come to him. And I hope if he's saying some nut shit, I hope they tell him like, yo, you gotta stop saying crazy shit. I don't know what he said about Chris. I don't even know how he had a falling out. I don't know what it was about. So I'm not really privy to any of that.
Yeah, that sounds bad, man, because it sounds like his mother's in his life, or a part of his life, or a big influence in his life, but don't sound like a man has a father in his life. So that might be one of his shortcomings right there, not having a father in his life to actually have a real man-to-man type conversation with him. And he might not be out there like this, probably. I would hope his father would let him be out here talking like this, acting like it's a moving and operate like this if he was in life. Unfortunately, his mother was his influence. And that's probably why he's out here gossiping about other dudes, because he acts like a goddamn single mother his goddamn self. That's crazy, man. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, dude. The dude sound like a weak man who definitely needs some type of male influence in his life. And unfortunately, he's surrounded himself with a bunch of goddamn yes men who ain't really telling what he really needs.
When you come from the hood, a lot of times you condition to think that you're supposed to give to everybody. Like, you think the second you supposed to you make a big bag, you got to break everybody off. If you got certain type of, your parents may be telling you like, yeah, I done took care of you your whole life, like, so now it's time to buy me a house, and you may like understand that that's like, all right, that's what I got to do. I got to do that. So a lot of people think that, and they lose all of their money, and then it's like, yo, who gonna help me? Nobody.
Yeah, but you can't have the MC Hammer syndrome. Like, we've seen too many people fall victim to that. I know he has his family issues, but like I say, I don't see too many people when they get money that just go get a financial advisor. They'll spend money on everything else besides a person who can guide them to not only acquire money, but to save it. And then when they lose it, they cry about it. Like, again, we've seen so many people have these opportunities and do the same thing over and over again. So he doesn't need like more people around him that are not going to hold him accountable. He needs people that are possibly don't have a personal connection with him. It's just financial. I'm your financial advisor. I'm not your mom, your dad, your cousin. I'm just somebody that can separate that and just tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it for you to be successful. That's it. That's all. And he needs to be able to listen to those people.
So somebody should taught that man how to say no. And it's obvious nobody taught him that.
Absolutely not. It started at home. He had a turbulent relationship with his mother. His father was around, but there was a lot of abuse. He was even on Van Zant, but it was almost like 10 years ago. So he does have a history of domestic violence and just issues emotionally and mentally. But then again, once you acquire money and you're in that celebrity life, you have to have that level of self-awareness to say, yeah, I ain't doing the best I can and I need help. And you have to be able to go get that help. I know we be saying like what people need, but a lot of times they don't get it. They use drugs, they use sex, they use relationships, they use everything else besides, like I say, exactly what they need to get them to where they are. And then when shit don't work out for them, they crying like, I don't want to hear that shit. I need you to do better.
Mm-hmm. I'm an entrepreneur, right? And I know any entrepreneurs probably can speak to this, but like I've lost a lot of money before, right? It's different for me because I'm always like I'm like, all right, I'm learning from everything that I'm doing. I lost money, all right, that's not gonna happen again. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. But it's a lot of people who don't have that mind of like an entrepreneur who really is like going to continue to like, I did this, now I'm on something else. I'm on something else now, and I'm on this level now. A lot of people just get that one opportunity to make money, to make a bag, and once they blow it, it's like they're not really built for like, all right, I'm gonna get to it again. I'm a hustler. Like they don't have that mindset, and you know you can be taught that, but you know, and I think he should. Like I said, I hope he get around some people who know what they're talking about. But why
Hey,
you
man,
make
what's
don't
up,
make
fellas?
what I say?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all good? What y'all got to say about this?
Wait, what I do?
I don't know. I remember you making
I think Phil's up here first. We're trying to keep talking over them too because they sound like they have a lovers quarrel, and we're not going to condone that.
You shut your mouth.
We trying to keep Bo docile.
You don't deserve it.
God damn. I know that's right. What's up, Phil? How you doing tonight, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, and just listen at the convo, and I definitely think that you know, the young man, he needs to feel what it feels like to kind of hit rock bottom to an extent. I think a lot of men have to go through kind of like that fire. Got to go through, you know, they mess ups so they can get up, dust it off, have, you know, viral moment, but you still got to keep it moving. You know, we got tons of reasons to kind of fold, give up, but at the end of the day, you know, we have to be that example. And to me, it's for the world, for, you know, our women, for our children. We are the head for a reason. And, you know, just got to go through some stuff. And he's going through some stuff. But I think he'll be all right. As long as he, as y'all said, keep people around him that's going to, you know, thicken his skin a little bit. It's pretty much it.
Right on, big brother. Right on. Easy, what you got?
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I think what happened in that clip, he's definitely going to look back in time and want that moment back. As far as how he handled it, it's going to be a meme that people are going to use. Unfortunately, like the Michael Jordan crying face. So he might as well go ahead and look for that in the future. But everybody hits rock bottom, but that the whole breakdown and crash out in front of everyone, he's going to want that moment back. Now, I'm not going to go hard on him. He's Divine 9, and what he really should do, he's a Q. You know, he should he needs to kind of pull back with the brothers and kind of regroup. I know when I've had my moments of destitute, I've had old heads that I could confide with and, you know, speak my mind, and they could really like be honest with me and keep it real with me and tell me when I was wrong, what I should have did. I think one of the key things that he said was that he sold his catalog for $500,000. I mean, that's rough, but he needs to get back in the lab. I mean, it just sounds like he needs to get back in the lab. And if he's got a lot of trauma and drama and hardships, sounds like he's got a lot of material to write about. So he's just got to get back in the lab, find his agent. And if his agent doesn't want to work with him anymore, just figure something out. But he's obviously he has some talent. So he's got some talent and he has some skill, because apparently his catalog was marketable, whatever it sold for. But I'm sure he wishes that he could have gotten that back. But yeah, this a rough moment for him. But I think he can recover. I think he can recover. I don't really keep up with him. I was kind of learning about him the last couple of days, actually. So I wasn't too familiar with his skill set or his history, but just got to get back out there and not make any excuses. Excuses are tools of incompetence, you know? So and the
Easy,
whole
are you
crying thing
saying
I've
he
been
needs?
watching. Go ahead.
So what I was going to ask you, do you think he needs to channel his inner Keith Sweat? You know what I'm saying, and do what he need to do and get back in the studio and cry on a new album? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Yeah, the crying, that's rough, but he's definitely got to get back in the trenches. He's got to get back in the trenches, get back in the lab, get back in the studio, pen and paper, and just get back to it. Put one foot in front of the other and seek some help, you know, if necessary. That's always a good thing. I'm a proponent of, you know, good mental health. So just got to do whatever it takes. But the last thing you want to do is make excuses for what you can't do. It's your life that you're living, and it's up to you as far as between you and your God as far as the outcome. So that's my take on it.
Okay. So Viz, we all know the last time you cried was when you cut your locks off. But could you tell us about how you handle that emotional moment?
For the record, I did think that I was gonna cry, but I didn't cry though. Actually, I was low key prepared for it. So,
Hey, way to stay strong, brother. Way to stay strong.
Yes, sir. But yeah, no, I don't know too much about this gentleman. I saw some of the clips. I think that he potentially may 100% regret kind of the crash out that he did. But at the same time, we living in a different generation of different men. So he may actually be comfortable and 100% accepting of it and everything that comes from it. But one thing that I do know is that the music industry is a dirty game, and if you know, not on your P's and Q's, then you're gonna get fucked over just like, you know, the next motherfucker. So it's kind of hard for me to really talk on this subject just because I don't know much about it. But from what I saw, you know, dude definitely in a dark space. And we often see most people in that industry, you know, crashing out. The film industry as well, music and film industry, where they crash out and you know, they experience that high, and once they experience that low, they can never recover from it. And I think somebody touched on it to where now they supplement it or cope with it with drugs, with women, shit, in some cases with men, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever floats their boat, to where they'll get knee deep in it and can't come out of it. So hopefully that gentleman is not put in that, he doesn't place himself in that position, and whatever it is that he's experiencing is something that he can learn from.
Hey, Bo, my question for you, I got a question for you, man. Is what this guy's doing right now? Yeah, Bo, Bo. Is what this guy's doing right now, crying like the way he is over his EBT card and going through it? Would you consider that a crybaby type man? And would you be with a man like that?
So I thought about that, hearing y'all talk and thinking about this situation. And I was like, it would be very contradictory of me to be like, he a crybaby, I can't do it. But I also have to look at what type of man I would be dating personally. I think that it is okay to have an emotion toward it. I think that it is not okay to cry over something like that, mostly just because, one, it is something of your own doing, and I think that you need to take accountability for that. And I need you to get up, stand up, pull your pants up, and go fix it, because it ain't no time to cry right now. Like that in this situation, especially when you brought this on yourself, there's no time to cry. You just got to fix it. You have to hit the brakes, and you got to hit reverse, and you got to go in the other direction. In business, it's not really time to cry. It's time to get up and pivot and do the things that you need to do to carry yourself forward. And so I would have to say that this qualifies as being a crybaby, because you want EBT. Your needs are being met, clearly. So take that, build on that, go the other way, and do what you got to do. I mean, it's that simple. So yeah, I would have to say it's a turn off, because yeah, you got to work.
But what happened to feeling the emotion and being an emotionally intelligent man and going through the process and all of that shit? So this is a conditional thing to where it's not straight across the board. This is if I like you enough, then I'll stick around. If not, then nigga, quit crying and pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
Oh, so we're misunderstanding people today. Okay. So what I said was, this is a problem. This is a problem of his own making. And so you get to have emotions about it. I didn't say that he couldn't have emotions about it. I said there's no time to cry. You're crying over spilled milk that you spilled. You need to get up and you need to fix this, because you created this problem. You can have feelings about it. It's devastating. Something that I did brought about complete devastation. I should have made better decisions. What you need to be doing is reflecting on what you did do and what you can do to pivot and do something going forward. I don't cry over my own mistakes. That's not what I do. Because if I do something to bring some kind of devastation upon myself, there's no time to cry. There is only time to fix it. So that's what I said. There is no, if I like you enough. I don't care about any of that. What I'm saying is, this is a problem of his own making. Shut your ass up and go fix it. Because that's what I would do.
Right. So if I hear you correctly, what you're saying is, regardless if this man caused this issue that he's experiencing right now, nigga, shut the fuck up and pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep it trucking. This isn't a time for you to cry or show any type of emotional maturity or any of the things that women say that they expect for men to have.
So we are misunderstanding people today. Got it. No problem. Cool.
No,
Because I said it twice.
It's not a misunderstanding. Is that not what women say that they want and expect out of men? For men to be emotionally stable, mature, for them to be able to sit in whatever emotion it is that they're feeling, to be able to express it, talk about it, all of this other shit.
I didn't say that couldn't happen. Did I say that couldn't happen? What I said.
Yes, you just said that. What? Did nobody else just hear that?
Be stand down.
Did
Mom
I?
got to step
I don't know. How many times?
Monty got to step up. I see it in his eye.
No, I'm just asking a question. Did nobody else hear that? Because I that's what it sounds like I just heard.
How many
Did nobody
times?
else?
How many times do I have to say that it's okay that he has feelings about that? It is, but this
But
is
it's not okay. You just said
see?
that it's not okay for you. Go ahead.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, Bo. Let me ask you this:
Look,
would you
let
leave?
me get in that.
Would you, Bo? Would you leave him if this? If
No,
was
not
going
necessarily. No.
Okay.
What's not necessarily? It's either yes or no.
Not necessarily. No. Now, There is something. There are ellipses after that. If you continue to do this and you do not get up and do what you need to do to move forward, and you sit in this problem and you live in it, that is a problem. But
How
just
long does he got,
because
Bo?
you had a breakdown over it one time, no, not necessarily. I wouldn't. No.
Bo, how long does it got? A couple weeks? A
Shut up.
day?
Shit,
I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
He got 2 hours.
Hold up, Biz,
Here's
what was
the
the
when you're talking about someone being on EBT, someone on the losing their children, on the brink of being homeless, I want you to have feelings about this. There is no time to pity yourself right now. There is time later. There is a time and a place for this. When that man sat on that couch, it was not time for that. It was time for him to do that in the comfort of his own home. But when you're talking about fame is your livelihood, music is your livelihood, connections are your livelihood, respect is your livelihood, in that regard, in his situation, this ain't no time to be crying in front of people. You have to repair your reputation. You have to repair your connections. Shut your dumb ass up and do what you got to do.
Dang.
You can do that. You can do that around me. You can do that in the comfort of your own home. Wait a minute. Hold on, Aisha Curry. You can do that in the comfort of your own home. But when you're talking about reviving a career, getting off of EBT and trying to correct your situation, that is not the time. No, it is not. I'm sorry. It's not.
I think he made a good
You just said that he can't do that around you, though. Everything that you just pointed out
never said
everything that you just spoke on, Bo, is literally you saying that he cannot do that in front of you.
Okay. All right. Now, here's the thing. I explained myself. I said what I said. I explained myself twice. I am not finna go back and forth with somebody
everyone else on the panel
misunderstanding me. You are not going. I'm not doing that again. So I'm gonna let you have that. You are right, Viz. If you want to misunderstand me,
we just having a conversation. I know you don't like to, get pushback, but everyone else on the panel, everything that Bo just said, was it not pretty much her saying that you cannot have this moment past whatever it is that she gauges it upon? If it's just this one time, you get one time to cry about and feel whatever it is that you're experiencing, but after that you have to shut the fuck up and keep it trucking. That was essentially what I heard. Is, can anyone else say and agree that that's what they heard as well?
The fact that your ears and your brain are not connected has nothing to do with me.
I asked everyone else.
I don't care. What you're doing is misrepresenting what I said. You are misrepresenting my words. You said basically what she said. What I heard was, that's what you heard. Your ears and your brain have not connected to each other. And I really need you to restart your brain until your ears connect to your brain, because that's not what I said. If you didn't hear those words come out of my mouth, that's not what I said. But I'm also not repeating myself because you are intent on misunderstanding me, and I'm going to let you have that. Go with God, sir.
Go with God? What? Oh, all right. My question stands to everyone else on the panel.
Nasty work.
It's easy to say that you're misunderstanding what it is that I'm saying. That's fair. If I am, then I am. But that's why I'm asking a question. This is what happens in communication. When people communicate, is me saying, okay, let me make sure that I'm hearing you correctly. And if I'm hearing you incorrectly, let me make sure, and by asking everyone else that is able to hear the very thing that you're saying. But when you prohibit me from being able to ask that question and for people to answer it, that then causes an issue. So for everyone else that heard exactly what Bo just said about a man expressing himself about something that may be life-changing for him, about something that he may be feeling, something that he may even be suicidal about. We don't know, right? Is this what we just heard her say? Is that not similar or on the same page of what it is that I just felt that I heard her say?
It wasn't. She said that her man can cry in front of her. The issue that she's having is not that he's expressing his emotions and crying. It's the lack of accountability. And so instead of Kevin McCall, like, oh, I'm on EBT because of Chris Brown, it should have been, I am on EBT because I mismanaged my money. It would be no different if I got fired from my job and I came home like, oh my God, I got fired. But you literally saw me getting up every day. I'm late. I'm not professionally attired. I'm doing everything that goes against my professional duties that have been assigned to me. So they have all rights to fucking fire me, but I'm not holding myself accountable. I'm not telling you how I need to step my game up, how I need to reflect, how I should have got my ass up early, how I should have turned in my lesson plans. I have forgot all of that and just said, oh, the company fired me. I need my job. But I did nothing to secure the job leading up to this conversation. So that's why she mentioned, okay, you're crying over something like spilled milk, but you spilled the milk. So it's not that you're crying and it's not what you're crying over. You're lacking the accountability. That's the problem that she's having. And then you're publicly saying this, like you're lacking just the general accountability. I think that's what she's saying. And if I'm wrong, Bo, then please let me know. But that's what I heard. I heard her say that her man could cry in front of her. It's just the issue that she's having with the lack of accountability and you doing this shit in front of everybody. Like, tighten up.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Now, did you understand that?
Okay, fellas, what about y'all, man? Y'all quiet.
Look here, I don't know about that part, but I know I heard a story earlier in this broadcast about being docile. Oh, look here, we go there. See what I'm talking
Damn,
about.
a middle finger.
God, I'm just saying, I'm a victim.
God damn, what?
I am a victim.
Because I knew it was coming.
brother Phil, come on, man.
Oh, okay,
Phil,
I'm done.
Hey, I think from what I got from it, I think she was.
Hey, and don't be scared of her, man. Hey, don't be scared of her, man. Don't be scared.
Yo, Phil, don't let them peer pressure you. Say whatever you feel.
Never that. Please, I'm being careful with my words and respectful. You know. Nah, but I she's saying basically he needs to man up, but she's saying it definitely not in a docile way. Very just aggressively dumb, was used. A couple of other choice words we used. I don't curse like that, so I ain't going to, reiterate them. But yeah, to me, I see her sentiments, but it's like, where you gonna be at? You gonna be sympathetic? You gonna be empathetic? You gonna be compassionate, or you gonna be shut the F up, shut your dummy up, or shut. So that's where I'm at with it. I mean, I don't know.
Now, let me just point out that y'all didn't ask me to say what I would say to my man if I was in that situation. So you can't.
Why
you did not ask me to say what would you say to him. Say it like you would say it to him. I'm saying.
Why we gotta ask you to say that if you just said that if this is my man, he can't be crying in front of me. He can't be on the internet crying. Man, you better suck that shit up.
Do you think that I would say that to my man like that? You really think I would talk to my man like that?
I do.
Well, all right. That's fine.
Yes.
You can believe that. I'm okay with
wouldn't? Would you?
I'm okay with that. Listen, believe what you believe. I don't care.
Would you?
I'm cool with that.
Would you? I'm asking you the question now. You just asked.
Listen,
You
I am
just
not.
asked me to ask the
I
question.
am not in the business of changing people's minds about me. You believe what you believe, sir.
I just asked.
I support.
You just asked us. You just asked us to ask the question, and I asked the question, and now you're dodging the question.
I'm not dodging it. I am just not in the business of changing people's minds about me. You believe what you believe, and I'm okay with that.
I'm not trying to get you
Because
to
it's ridiculous that you would
I'm
think.
asking you to answer the question. That's
It is
all.
ridiculous that you would think that, well, I guess a woman would, but it's ridiculous that you all hear me all the time. You all do not hear me talk. Y'all hear what you want to hear. I do not talk to people that I respect and that I care for like that.
Right, but you just said that you wouldn't respect the man if he was crying.
I did not ever say what the. Why do you all hear these words that don't come out of my mouth?
Nobody else heard her say that. Nobody else heard her say that she wouldn't respect the man if he was crying about spilled milk that he spilled. Nobody else heard that.
I heard it.
What did you
So
say?
wait a minute. Oh, my
Is that
bad.
not-
About
wait, hold
crying over
on,
milk
Miss
that
Pearl.
he
Is that
spilled.
not?
Yeah.
Is that not what you just said? That she just said.
Hold on. Yes. Over crying
Dang,
over something
bitch.
that he created. Yes. No, I didn't hear you finish your sentence. So yeah. Yes, I did say that. But not necessarily like a general, I wouldn't respect you if you're crying. That's what I thought you meant when you said that.
Hey, I got this one more story, man. That's what I was trying to get together. I think we probably should discuss.
Hey, we gotta hear Easy, man, because Easy been making faces. He ain't said shit, man. Come on, man. Y'all, what y'all scared of, man? Come on, man.
No, I'm just gonna keep it real. I just don't think I just don't think a woman, taking this away from Bo specifically, I don't think women in general can handle a man crying. I don't think it's a good thing. I hear a lot of women talk about how it's okay to have a man cry, and then they have this laundry list of reasons why it might give them the ick. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a huge difference between the idea of a man crying and when it actually happens. And outside of death, I just don't think women like it. And honestly, even when someone dies, it's like there's a timeline as to how long he can cry about that. So, I mean, as a man, I think if you need to cry, if you feel the need to cry and you have the option of crying in the car or crying in front of a woman or the masses, you probably should go in the car because it's just never going to be a good look for you. And all these parameters and conditions where people say, well, if it's this or that, it's okay. I think that's a trap for failure. And it's just too high a probability that you'll fall outside of that. So there's somebody you can talk to away from the masses, and you can go off to yourself when you feel the emotions coming on, and when you get yourself together, come back. I just think that's the better option. It's a smarter play, and that's what a man should do, just in case what a woman says is not what actually happens when the moment comes. That's my thoughts.
And I think it's a plight to make men feminine at the end of the day. It's just you there's a masculine and feminine energy for a reason. I think everything, the essence of a woman is soft. Her body is soft. It shows soft. It feels soft. It is soft. I think the opposite of a man is body is generally hard, chiseled, built different. So when you're trying to make them one and the same, you lose who you are and who you were created to be. So I definitely don't think it's a good idea to, because men crying is you might be used to a son or a nephew or cousin, but men truly crying it's not a pretty sight. And other men need to be there to be like, definitely understand, so forth and so on. build them up, but don't really no females need to see that.
What you mean by it's not a pretty sight?
I've seen men cry before. I've cried before at some very low times, you know, in my life, and it's not pretty. It's not where I see females cry, because I think they're more innate, more used to crying, and it kind of helps them to an extent to kind of release certain emotions for the most part. But when a man cries, generally there's going to be some type of, depending upon what he's crying for. Now, if it's death, you know, that's a little bit different. But when he cries, is some rage or aggression or some kind of, that could be met with that, right? It's like, so that's what I'm saying. It's just not, to me, it's better for you to, like say, talk to, is of safety in a multitude of counsel. Talk to some brothers, talk to your father if you have one, talk to different ones, you know, elder, the church or something like that, or your boys or something, and go from there. So.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Even
for
though,
me. I'm sorry, BS. Let me ask a question to you all as men. Do you all think that you've not just been like socially conditioned not to cry and repress your emotions, but would you agree that that's a lot of the reason why a lot of men are depressed or emotionally incapacitated or available, because you all have been taught for so long not to cry, not to show your emotions, to do it under certain conditions? I just worry about you all like that. Am I correct or am I wrong?
Well,
I think
100%
we've been shown.
a factor. I mean, if we literally just listen to Bo say what it is that she said, regardless if I spilt the milk or regardless if it was somebody else's fault, if I want to weep and cry about a situation that I'm feeling and going through, I should be able to do that regardless. I should be able to feel comfortable enough to do that with the woman that I'm with. There shouldn't be any type of conditions that would be placed on that whatsoever. If this was some random ass person, then maybe okay, I could kind of see that. If this is the situation that we're talking about now, where he got on a platform where he was around other men, in which we're talking, in which we're telling men to do. If you want to be able to express yourself around other men, you should be able to do that, right? But the issue is that he did it publicly because it's on camera, right? That's one part of the issue. But the other part of the issue is that this man can't do it in front of other men. He can't do it where it's public, to be able to show other men that, hey, it's okay for you to express these emotions and these feelings. And then we just heard Bo say that, nigga, you got one time, one opportunity. You got half a day. You got 30 minutes, my nigga, to get over that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
So
keep
you
it
just gonna keep misrepresenting me. That's
Absolutely.
exactly what you're gonna do. Okay. You know what? That's fine. It only takes one interaction
let me finish.
to
Let
make me understand who you are. It's fine. We good.
Bo, I'm telling you that's what all of the men heard you say. Even Miss Pearl heard you say that. Everybody heard you say that.
Miss Pearl didn't say that she heard that.
She did say that she heard that, because she didn't answer the question that I asked her,
because
she knew that would answer the question.
Wait, is it crack? Tell me. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. Is it crack? Is it crack?
Oh shit!
Do we need to get you a hearing aid?
You in trouble now,
Nothing like that.
It's not crack. I had 2 old fashions before I jumped on.
Jesus, no, it's crack.
To my point.
What are we doing here?
Now, to my point. All that I'm saying is that if men are hearing these very 3 points of where we can't have this conversation and show emotions without being judged, without being minimized, whatever the case may be, without it being addressed or validated, then absolutely, there's what space do we have to have that conversation aside from it being in private? Because then that's the only time that we can be able to do it.
Because
And
I don't.
I think I think if we're talking from an emotionally mature perspective, especially with women saying that they are as emotionally mature as they are, it shouldn't matter. We should be able to have this space wherever it is that we are and not lose any sight of respect at all. But that's not the case.
Because I disagree with you. I think that for one, don't stop listening to women. Right? Nobody should be listening to women when they say stuff like that. Just let it go in one ear and out the other. But this whole idea, like I hear like so many men saying, oh, we can't cry, we can't do this, we can't do that. Like, who's telling you this shit? Like, if somebody hurts you, you can say like, yo, that shit hurt me. Does that look soft when I just said that? You can just say shit without crying or without, weeping and all that type of stuff. Like, you can say how you feel, right? You can express how you feel. I don't understand. I get it. Like, I tell my son, like, don't cry sometimes. But if my son asks me, Dad, can men ever cry? Yeah. If somebody died, something like that, I'll give them the reasons. But like this idea that like that your woman is supposed to feel comfortable with you crying all the time. No, it's a limit to that shit. It's a limit. Like, nigga, it's a limit before you just like, oh, this nigga's soft. Like, she's supposed to look at you different at a certain period of time. She's not saying that you can't never cry. But if you're crying too much, it is biz. It is what it is. We're men. They are women. We're different. It's different. If your woman is as honest with you about certain things, you're gonna be like, what? Bitch, I'm leaving you. Why you just tell me that shit? Why you tell me about what you did in college? Like, what? No, I'm out, right? Because it's double standards. Like you can't cry as much as she can cry in front of you, but it's some shit that better not ever come out of her fucking mouth around you. That she can't be her, she can't fully confide in you all the time about everything. Some shit she got to tell a girl.
But isn't that a problem, though, Mont? That there's limits?
It ain't no problem. That's the reality. Y'all upset at the reality.
Right, but my point is that if we're talking about, and this especially, and I agree with you, right? Men shouldn't listen to women to an extent as far as with being a man. But if the conversation is solely based off of emotional maturity, right? There shouldn't be a man versus woman in the conversation of having emotional maturity. If you
really
are
emotionally mature,
say it again.
You think women are emotionally mature?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Absolutely
why
not.
Are we listening to them?
Hey,
They're not emotionally mature. Most of them are not emotionally mature.
Right, but that's my point though. If we're going to have this conversation about emotional maturity, then we should be able to have this conversation across the board. There shouldn't be a limit or a limit. There shouldn't be a limitation or, oh, you can only do it for this long, or you can only do it one time, or any conditions placed on it. That's not emotional maturity.
I think it is. I think emotional maturity is the ability to control yourself and control the way that your emotions manifest, right? You're going to feel how you feel. You're going to have emotions, right? Just because I'm upset at you don't mean I should be, screaming at you across the screen right now, right? That's emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is like a second ago, Bo displayed the opposite of emotional maturity when you said something and you misquoted her, and she did kind of get upset and she did attack you. She lashed out a little bit, right? When she should have just said, you know what? I didn't say that, Viz. I'd like to correct you, right? She should have just said that, but that was an example of her not being emotionally mature in that moment. Yeah. So I don't think emotionally mature necessarily mean that you can express all of your emotions and they can manifest in whatever way they're going to manifest, and you can cry as much as you want. There's no limit. I don't believe in that. I think men should be stoic. I do think men are allowed to cry, but it's a limit to that shit. Get the fuck up. Come on.
I agree with that 100%.
Pearl would respond to that emotional mature.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was only going to say the other side of the coin, which I think kind of connects with what Viz is saying. Is like outside of emotional maturity and awareness of yourself, you have to be able to recognize when other people emotions probably don't align or they don't necessarily respond the way that you do. I think he's saying that there's a lack of consideration.
That's emotional maturity.
Outlet. Yeah. So, I mean, I agree with both of y'all. So I see both sides. I'm not picking or choosing.
Yeah,
you could just see both perspectives.
So wait,
I'm not saying that a man should just crash out and just, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But if this man is going through whatever I don't know exactly what he's going through, right? But if he's going through a season of where he was at a peak and now he's in the valley, and now maybe his baby mama is not allowing for him to see his kids, and he's on EBT, and his mama's sick, and his car fucked up, and we don't know what the fuck else is going on in his life. So now this moment comes to where he now feels like he wants to express himself because he's around other men and he feels comfortable enough to do it. Then what the fuck is the problem? Where's the emotional maturity for us to be able to respect where it is that this man might be?
You know what's the problem?
I think Bo wants to try to get into it, y'all.
To weaponize emotional maturity in a time where someone is supposed to be taking accountability for their life, the way that excuses are being made right now for someone, like women would never get these types of excuses. Like I did not get any excuses for this outburst that I had, right? But somehow, some way, I was emotionally immature in that moment when Viz is specifically on purpose, in my eyes, misrepresenting what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how many times I say the opposite of what he's saying. So in my frustration, yes, I corrected him, but I'm not going to continue to say the same things over and over and over. At a certain point, you are going to somehow get a certain response out of me if you keep intentionally misunderstanding me. So I need you to do the same thing for me that you just did for that man, because you don't know what he got going on. His baby mama and he on EBT and he in the valley, but you are sitting up here literally poking the bear, and then the bear woke up and now I'm emotionally immature. You are weaponizing emotional immaturity or emotional maturity. You are making excuses for a person who made his bed and now he has to lie in it. Sure, there are certain parts of his life that that may be making this situation much worse for him. And I never said that he could not have an emotional response to this. I never said that he could not cry. Not once. I did not say that. I said that he absolutely gets to have an emotional response. The place that he is supposed to cry is with me and not on the internet. Because like it was said earlier, the internet is not a safe place. But I am. And so if you would like to cry, this is where you do it. With me. So I never said any of the things that you said I said. In some kind of way, my emotional response was not warranted. I just wanted to point out this double standard that you have. You like to make excuses for men, but some kind of way you and your lack of understanding and your lack of comprehension is somehow not supposed to be frustrating to me. It's dumb.
All I did was ask you a question of clarification. I wanted to clarify what it was that I heard that you said. And instead of you answering the question, you dodged and deflected the answer to it. So that then Yes, I did hear you. What
I
you
explained myself twice. When you so you asked me a question, I said what I said. You asked me a question and you said, this is what I heard you say. I said it again because I said, no, I didn't say that. So I explained myself again the same way. You came back and repeated the misunderstanding. This is what I heard. It
right?
is
And I
not my
asked,
responsibility for your lack of your ears and your brain not being together today.
right. So in that situation, if you have a panel of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men, including men in the comments that heard you say something completely different. And Miss Pearl heard you say something different as well, but she just went along with you in order to save face.
Viz, you already know the biz. I don't go along. I'm solid.
You
Don't do that.
trolling.
I said what I
Okay,
said.
I get
No,
it.
No, don't do that.
My bad.
Don't do
Ain't
that.
no
I'm
trolling.
solid.
I'm so
no,
sorry.
No. I didn't go along with it. I said what I said.
I am
Whoa,
really
what's going
sorry.
on?
I apologize.
What?
I will apologize for my outburst earlier. I did not know that Viz was trolling. Now that I know Viz is trolling, my bad. You got it. You good. Go ahead. We good.
Hey, Pearl, turn your camera off and then turn it back on. It's freezing up again. Try to see what that fix.
Hey, can I ask a question? I know, JR, I know you said you wanted to move on that.
Yeah, I kind of want to get into this question. Is it
All right.
is it something that's a quick question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the ladies, like, when you all cry, because I know I can express what it means when me as a man cries, but when you all cry, like, what does it do for you?
It's an emotional release. Makes me feel better. It does.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends on when she crying.
I'm crying.
Generally, when you crying, it makes you feel better. It's a release. Would you say that generally?
Some women who cry a lot, it can be draining to them. Like it can be like, it can be draining if you keep crying. Like some women, I've had my women go through that.
But like if you look it up on the internet, it says reduces stress, improves mood, relieves pain, aids in emotional processing, strengthens social connections, so forth and so on, right? So it gives you a list of all these things that it's good at. But for men, I just wanted to ask the men, when you all cry, what does it do for you?
It feel good. It's emotional release. You do it and you get on.
How often do you cry?
Very infrequently. It's years between cries for me.
Okay. So that's a whole different spectrum than ladies. Generally, if you probably ask the ladies here on this platform, they probably cried in the last month.
Every day.
Hey, I'll be honest, and maybe this is because mine is at a he's still a young man, right? He's still what, in your early 20s, I think, or mid 20s or whatever.
For me?
Oh,
yeah. How
Thank
old are you, Mom?
I appreciate that. I'm 32.
Oh shit. Nigga, give you 3 more years, you'll be crying every month.
Okay.
I think for at least for me.
That's why he's so okay. I see why you so all you want to topic like this. Okay.
So I've
is it kind of
when I turned 35, I experienced a completely different experience in feeling vulnerability. Quick story. So I was in the Indian Ocean watching a storm pass maybe 10 miles off. And there was something that I felt in that moment of being in the middle of nowhere. You went to the Maldives. I'm in the middle of nowhere and on this small island, and there's a fucking storm that's 5 to 10 miles out. There's no escape route. There's no quick evacuation. All it is me just being stuck on this island. And that truth, and in that moment, I felt a level of vulnerability that I've never felt before. And it was like all that I can do in this moment is just feel and sit until whatever happens, until this shit passes over, or whatever the case may be. So for me, that was an awakening into my more mature years of understanding what life potentially can bring. There are going to be some moments to where there is nothing that I can do but feel and sit in this moment. So in that moment, I then began to embrace vulnerability. If I was to go to the movies, and I'll watch a movie that will spark some type of emotion in me, to where it would be like, damn, I feel like I want to cry in this moment, and now I'll hold back that cry, that tear, not realizing that, damn, this entire moment was created in order for me to feel this emotion. So you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm gonna cry. Who the fuck gonna say something to me? I'm in the movies. It's a movie that I'm supposed to cry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to evoke an emotion into me. So I'm gonna let that shit ride. So to me, I feel like it's once you get to a certain point in life, you're going to express, you're going to allow yourself to feel the emotions that we as men, that we as human beings have to be able to feel. And if I can't feel that around you as a woman or as my woman, then shit, I don't have no reason to be around you. But I think that expressing and exploring vulnerability is a beautiful thing, especially for men.
I think you pushing the gay agenda along with the women here. That's what you doing.
There ain't a gay bone. There ain't a gay bone in my body.
Y'all trying to make the youth soft.
This is crazy work, JR. We can't allow this.
It ain't about being soft. There's nothing soft about me. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm feeling an emotion, if I'm feeling something in this moment, then why the fuck won't I allow myself to feel this emotion, much rather than having it pent up? If we can all agree that when you do cry, there's a release, right? And for most men, if we don't release this emotion of crying, then in most cases it'll result to men crashing out. It'll result to them getting abusive, physically harming somebody, whatever the case may be. So if I can do it in a safe manner, that's not going to cry, that's not going to affect anyone else, but allow for me to just release what it is that I'm feeling in that moment, then why the fuck can't I? That don't have shit to do with me being soft.
No, I agree. Would you be willing to accept, maybe, I don't know, this might not be true, would you be willing to accept that maybe you are more emotional than the average guy? I don't know that, because I had to ask the other guys who over 35 how often they cry too. They would have to answer that. I don't know. Am I going to cry more when I get a little older, fellas?
So I think that maybe I just have a different experience, because I'm my focus in my career is documenting life. So I'm able to capture and see people experiencing so many different points in their life, of death, of marriage, of a childbirth, of birthday celebrations. So if I'm being exposed to all of these different experiences that other people are experiencing, and then I have to go back and look at the footage, and I'm putting myself in their position and in their shoes, then if you want to say that causes me to be more soft, then so be it. I'm just more exposed to the very to the very emotions that we all feel on a day-to-day basis on a much larger scale.
Yeah. No, you know,
Biz, let me see. There's a big play here. You don't understand what just happened with mine. Mine seemed bold, reeling. I mean, you know, backpedaling, she was backing up, and you know what he did? He tied that guy whoop, and now he pulled the heat off of Bo. Now he's putting it on you. It's a big old play. You ain't see it. You ain't seeing it. I'm watching it. This ain't the first, and it won't be the last. Right? You ain't shit. Now you see what I'm talking about. You see
So,
what I'm talking
have
about?
you had an experience like this
She said,
where
shut
you
up.
experienced like a severe loss of control?
I'm actually I used to be. I'm retired now, but I was a wedding videographer too. That was my main, thing that I did. I was a wedding videographer, and I shot a couple funerals, which was weird, but I shot funerals, and they are emotional when you shoot a funeral. In the weddings, I love weddings. I love being at weddings. I love. It's a good time. But I can't say that, I'll necessarily like this, but maybe I'm not 35. I don't know. I'm not.
I don't think it's quantifiable. I think it's the quality of your experiences. You can't be like, oh, when I turn 40, I'm going to turn a certain age. I just think maybe the quality of your experience, or maybe just having an experience yet. That's what I was saying. Have you had that sense and loss of control to evoke those emotions where you literally can't control it? And it's not a turning on and off. That's just how you are now going to develop. It's like a sense of awareness.
Mm-hmm. I've
Well, I don't know if I say it's a loss of control, because I still have control of it.
No, but you can have
It's
control when
not
you're
like,
in the middle of nowhere. That's what I'm saying.
oh,
Right?
okay, right.
You
You're
can
talking about
go
that
anywhere. That's what I'm
situation.
saying.
Right. You're talking about that
I couldn't
situation.
control an outcome of something with like, would I cry? Is that what you're talking about?
I just want to know if you had a situation like he's had where you don't have control. You can't go anywhere. You're locked in. Like, you can damn near bet your life you finna die. Have you had a situation like that? Like damn near death experience?
Have I had I've had near death experiences, like as far as like car crashes and stuff like that, almost type things. But I don't, and maybe like I don't feel like if I'm ever in a near death experience that I'll ever feel like I'm not in control. And maybe that's a part of embodying that this stoic, trait. I'll never feel like I'm not in control, even if I am not in control, because it doesn't help me to feel like I'm not in control. I think it does benefit me to
Does it
feel like I am
benefit
in
you to be in
control,
denial?
even if I'm not. It only benefits you to be in denial when it's preventing you from finding a solution. Being in that, that you want to do something that you want to do one day, and can't nobody tell you that you're not going to do it. As long as you're willing to work, I don't care if you're in denial. I think it's the best place to be in a situation like. So if I'm in a situation where it seems like I'm about to die, better believe in my head I'm not thinking I'm about to die. I'm thinking I'm about to get out of here. It's just the only way.
So this
I've been in a few of those situations where I'm like on the verge of, dying or feeling like, or running across my mind. It was about figuring out a way to get through it, or to exercise some kind of strength, whether it's the power, of the Lord is gonna, get me out of the situation. But crying, that's generally only done when you're at a state of like emotional vulnerability. It's not in like a real like dangerous or stress. It's like if I need to release some stress, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do something where I'm gonna get myself moving and stuff like that. That's gonna is what makes a man. So me crying, that's I stumped my toe, or like I said, death. That's something like that you would cry generally over. But you're trying to solve a problem. If you're angry at a situation, you crying, it's not going to help.
Well, allow me to clarify. Right. So there is more context to this experience that I had in the Maldives. Another part of that is that the Maldives was a trip that I actually saw myself experiencing. Another part of that as well is that with me growing up in the environment that I grew up in, there's a lot of my homies that will never, ever, ever, ever experience what I experienced. There are some of my homies that never made it outside of Chicago, the very neighborhood that they grew up in. And the fact that I was able to make it there and to be in this position that, man, I made it here. I'm 35 years old. I'm sitting in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and I'm watching a fucking storm, a rainstorm, pass by clear as day, while I'm sitting somewhere where it's nice and sunny. So to me, it was like, damn, I'm in a position where they was fuck at the same time. So all that I could do is allow myself to feel vulnerable in this moment, because there's what else can I do? I can enjoy it. I can kick it. I can do everything. And know that God is here. Because if something do happen, there ain't shit that I can do. So for me, that was the eye-opening moment for me, and really being able to express and explore being vulnerable. Now, was I sitting there boohoo crying? No, I wasn't. But it was a moment for me to be able to reflect on what it was that I was experiencing, and what it was that, from me growing up in the environment that I grew up in, 9 out of 10 of the men of my peers will never ever be able to experience that. So why wouldn't I be vulnerable and showing gratitude and being grateful?
I'm not mad at that, by the way. Like, men do that all the time. You know, we get drafted to the NFL, NBA. Like, you cry. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I'm mad at that.
Let me go ahead and squeeze this last little topic in, man, real quick.
Hey, JMM, I was definitely outside, and I was definitely off the porch. Ask anybody about my record, bro.
Viz, you don't gotta. It's cool. We know.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just putting it out there. That's all. Hey, shit soft over here.
Because you guys hear about the DoorDash driver.
No, I didn't.
I Phil heard about it.
What happened? I'm learning a lot of new things today. I'm learning a lot today.
About you, Princess Pearl?
You ain't even let me finish. I'm sorry. I ain't hear the question. My bad. I feel like one of the jazz line. What you say?
No,
What was
I was just asking if you heard about the DoorDash driver.
No, I heard. I haven't.
Let me get these super chats real quick. Marcus Evan $5. Thank you, brother Hink, for calling. Read that one already. Big at $11, $10. Van Jones is a crybaby to me. Hink at the end of the Bears. Bruno with the 99. Also, remember? Shaka Carter, 99 cent super sticker. Big at $11, $10 says, I asked before if I had to choose between both the other lady and a 3-legged pit bull. And now you see why I chose a pit bull. Lord have mercy. Marcus Evans, $5 says, question to JR Viz and brother Hink. This bullshit is docile and lady. Always talking about you run things in your home, but you crying with that woman means she is going to leave you. So basically, your control is delusional, correct? Struck
Damn.
199. Are tears of joy looked at the same as tears of pain? I don't think it's looked at the same, but it depends on who's looking too and how much you're crying. I don't know why you're crying. All right, so a DoorDash driver filmed posted a customer half nude inside his own home, added his name and address, then claimed that she was SA. DoorDash deactivated her and the customer accounts while there. And SA, that was an assault and that she violated privacy by doxing him. DoorDash later said she wasn't punished for reporting, but for posting the video. So that was when it first, news first broke. It may kind of fast forward the initial story a little bit. But that lady did respond. And she been responding all on. I'm not going to play every one of the last videos, but she did respond with this.
So, Jay, can I ask you a question? You said that a DoorDash driver took a picture of a person who was in his house and posted it online, right? Okay.
Yeah. So she walked up. You're going to hear everything. So she walked up. He was half nude. She posted it. Of course, the video is taken down, but when she posted on the internet, it's up there. And she also added his name and address and claimed that she was attacked. Play this clip.
That's fucked up. Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault.
All right, they sent audio. It's choppy. Somebody go to YouTube and see if it's choppy. Anybody on YouTube already?
Yeah,
It is. It's a
little choppy.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated after I reported my.
I'm gonna give it a second. If not, then I just pick this one up tomorrow. If it messes up. I'm gonna give it a second. Yeah, so we're gonna go and just keep talking just so I can kind of get the audio. Testing. Yeah, so we're gonna go and just keep yeah, scratch it, man. I ain't gonna get to it. I'll pick it up tomorrow. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you guys. Hit the like button. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel on the way out. Catch y'all next